Absolutely great. Thank you, Mr. Avery. Ooh, not having to sit in front of this camera has been a blessing. I'm very grateful. Can't even believe I'm saying it, but I have been very grateful not to have to work. At least not for the internet. Ooh, hey. Ooh, it's been a minute. It feel weird sitting in this chair. It has been a minute. You hear me? What y'all been doing lately? Y'all been working? Or what y'all been doing? Hey, hey, everybody. Hola, hola. Hey. Oh, well, I ain't gonna say I didn't miss y'all, but it felt good not to have to do nothing for nobody. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I needed it. I needed a break from the internet. I needed a break. I just needed to be with myself and not be thinking about nothing that was going on over here. Nothing. I didn't even really talk to nobody this week or nothing. I just been in the silence. I've been going through my journals and just doing what I need to do. Well, did y'all been studying? No, don't do that. Don't send no search party. No, because this is the thing. I have real life. Hey, Queen. Hey, everybody. I don't need no search party. I don't. I needed to be away and not be everything to everybody. I just needed to spend time with my dad, and that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. And I let y'all know I was okay because I was posting. That's how I told y'all everything is all right because I'm posting. I just didn't want to be on in class or arguing with nobody or nothing. Yeah, I definitely do. I've been doing this 3 years almost. And it's a lot going on, baby. And I get tired of repeating myself, so I just don't talk. You hear me? I'm not about to argue with nobody. Yeah. Hey, Joy. Hey, everybody. It was so nice not to see you. Exactly. 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 Plus, that gave y'all time to go do whatever y'all want to do or not be on the internet all day. It felt good. I got a lot of stuff accomplished. I felt, yeah. No, not sometimes. It's always for me, niece. And I had had my feel with it. Yeah. Everybody is good. It don't have nothing to do with none of that. I just didn't want to be on the internet. That's what it got to do with. I did not want to be on the internet. I know, girl, but I didn't. It don't have nothing to do nothing. Nothing. I didn't want to be on the internet. I did not want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to be bothered. That could be the Pisces in me. I get to where I don't want to fool with nobody. Hey, you hear me? I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do nothing. I just be in my mind journaling or whatever else because I'm not used to being. I be overstimulated, and I needed a break. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll probably be taking a lot more of them too because it felt really good just to be able to be in my books and study and not feel rushed, cook and not feel rushed, wash my dishes and not feel rushed. Like I didn't have to rush to do nothing. You know what I mean? Like my days was really for me. I got a chance to talk to my cousins and just all kind of stuff that I miss every day. So just living my own life for a minute and it felt real, real good. And I'm about to do more of it because it's overwhelming. So, and plus, I didn't taught all these classes. We got more than enough material. We got more than enough material. Some people haven't even watched all the classes. You know what I'm saying? It's so much information. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I wasn't even burned out. I just don't. I just didn't want to be on the internet. I'm not. I had to realize that I don't have to be on here. And I've said so much in the last 3 years. Like I said, a lot of people haven't even gone back and watched the first classes. They don't know what was said. They just come in from where they came in at. And two, sometimes when it's a lot going on, I need to hear God. And so I will block every single thing out because I need him to talk to me. And sometimes he don't answer on the first day. Sometimes he wants you to be in quiet for 3 or 4 days, maybe 5, 6, 7. maybe longer than that, so that you can actually hear what he's saying. Because when you go in to talk to him, you already got all this stuff on your mind of what you want to ask for. Sometimes you got to settle your spirit so that you can be ready to hear when he's telling you what he got to say to you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to block out everything outside and listen, because there's no way that I could have told y'all these things if I was always running around and doing this and doing that. I had to steal myself and to get the information that I've given y'all. And I'm always fighting a lot of battles on several fronts. Understand that. From this way, from this way, from this way, from this way. I'm always fighting several battles. You see what I'm saying? So with that, I was like, I'm about to play my game. I'm just about to do whatever I want to do for a week. And I did that. Hey, well, I'm back now. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in crucial times, and a lot of people, they still want to be entertained. I'm not entertainment. I am not entertainment. I know I can be entertaining, but I'm not entertainment. Every single thing that I talk about over here is serious, and a lot of people, it's like, oh, she says it all the time. Okay, well, it's going to come a time when I'm not going to say anything, because we're not going to be allowed to do so. So, if you haven't heard it, I suggest, hey, Pumpkin, you go back and watch a lot of the old videos. Make sure you get in your stuff, because, oh, Pumpkin, TT had to take a break. Hey, Rika, I had to take a break, baby, and just listen, because we're coming into a time where you can't be preoccupied. You cannot be distracted. You cannot be all of that stuff. You're going to need to be focused. And like I said, I think people see me as entertainment more so than please listen to what I'm saying. I'm yelling it at the top of my lungs. And so sometimes you got to give people time to go back and think about what's been said so that you can actually process all of the information. Does that make sense? Y'all hear me? Because we've gone through a lot of information in the last 3 years. And so hopefully you've done your studies, you've highlighted things. This week was a time for y'all to go back and go through y'all notes, and to see what has come to pass and all of these different things. Like, because in a minute we're not going to be able to talk to each other. In a minute, the things that we talked about, I'll let you know in a minute. In a minute, there's things that we are not going to be able to talk about. So hopefully you're preparing your mind for that. To the parents that don't have books, you need to load up on as many books as you can, about things around the world and different things, because they really are banning these books. Libraries are already crossing off different things and stuff like that, stuff you can't check out no more. So you'll need to get your stuff together. You'll need to get your stuff together and make sure you have what you need. That book is called Dispensational Truth. Hey, well, hello. That book is called Dispensational Truth. So I'm hoping that you all are getting prepared. And maybe if we're not on the internet all the time, you all can focus on what you need to have done and not be distracted by being on the internet, is my goal. Make sure you check in your stuff, you know what you got, because life is getting ready to change very quickly. You're welcome. So you'll want to be prepared for that. And only you know what you need. Yeah. It's the thing. I'm not. Y'all know me. I didn't say it enough, basically. So now it'll just be, hopefully you got it. Hopefully you got it. Hopefully you picked it up. Hopefully you've been really doing and not just lying to yourself. Because we'll be able to see here shortly if that's the case. In real life. So I just want y'all to be prepared. I want y'all to be ready. And that's it. And you can't be stressed out in situations like this. You need to have a calm mind. I went through my journals, y'all, and when I tell y'all, I was in tears. I was in tears, good tears, and like just emotional, because God told me so many things before they happened. And it's like, man, people really don't believe. Hey, they don't believe. And they still thinking, oh, whatever. But he gave me something, two things while I was not on here. And it's crazy. He gave me the number 47. And then he told me 2027. Well, if you add 20 and 27, it's 47. Right? 20 plus 27 is 47. Right? Right? My math right? 27 plus 20 is 47. That's what he gave me. Okay? "47" can be interpreted as creation, completeness, perfection, and divine completion. Okay? You hear me? Creation, completeness, perfection, and divine completion. Like the end of the world? That's divine completion, because God said, I'm going to destroy my world because I don't like what's in it. "20 plus 27 is 47. "7 years. So look at this. And I'm not saying these are specific dates. I'm just showing you what happened. So January 1st to Wednesday, June 14th, was 1,260 days. January 1st of 2020 to Wednesday, June 14th, 2023, was 1,260 days. So I went to look up when the PHE for 2020 stopped, which was all the extra help everybody was getting, like the pandemic EBT and all of that, the extra this and that. It stopped May 11th of 2023. That's when the program shut down and no more funds. It was $2 trillion, I think they said, that went into that fund for the PHE stuff, right? So May 11th, 2023, all of the extra help and extra food stamps and extra this and that, it stopped. It was done. Okay? And then 1,260 days from January 1st, 2020 was June 14th, 2024, which was a month and 3 days after all the assistance stopped. Right? Will y'all agree that in 2020, from 2020 to 2023, people's finances was a lot better than most times, or than they had been, because there was a lot of different people's getting help with their rent, mortgage, all of this stuff, right? So for the first 3.5 years, from J1 basically to June of 2023, you could get all kind of assistance, right? That's 1,260 days. What happened after July of 2023? You want to know what happened after July of 2023? Food started to go up, gas got more expensive. There were all of these different things. Eggs went from $2 to $4. Now they dang near $7, depending on the store you go to get some of them, right? 12 eggs, 18 eggs could easily be $7. Plus the recalls. January 1st, 2027, a Friday, would be 7 years from that date. Now, I'm not saying it started on them dates, but if we go from January, because January 1, in December, people was already sick from the 2020. Actually, like September, it started over in China. But if we're just going from America, and when pretty much the world started shutting down, it was between January and March of 20, like around March 17th or something like that, is when America got shut down, right? That was like the official date that America was going on lockdown, was like March 17th. I remember because my kids, they came home from school early and they was like, we're not going back to school. Okay? So hypothetically speaking, if we're going off of what God said for the first 3.5 years, and then what would be for the second 3.5 years, especially with the project that's coming next year, and them saying that the economy is probably going to crash, and things would be restricted. Do y'all realize that that's right on time? Y'all realize that? Because technically, when we get to January 1, that could be like the 5th year of the tribulation. Definitely, you have no idea how many of our lives have changed for the better. I thank God for you. Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm not saying it is, but when I was doing my research, it's a lot of stuff that's adding up. And my question to you is, what you gonna let keep you distracted for the next 24 months? If your walk with God ain't real, you only playing with yourself, because it's about to get ugly. It's a sobering reality to think that we could be in the last 2 years of the tribulation. That's mind blowing, and everything is lining up with the digital money and the economy crashing, and the, what do you call it, the depression coming, and the rumors of the wars and everything, and everybody clicking up together. It's lining up exactly like that said. Now, it say no man know the time or the hour when he's coming, but if you've been studying, you will see. I can't say, but it sure do feel like we on the other side of that 1260. Talking about a day's worth of bread, or a loaf of bread is going to be worth a day's wages. Back then, they probably made about $3 or $4. What would have been the equivalent of $3 or $4 for a loaf of bread, right? Back, I can remember my mom and them working, And this was way back then, but think about it. There were slaves, there was people, whatever. The money has changed, so it probably is the equivalent of what a day's worth of bread would have cost back then. Right now, all I keep thinking about is how many times you talked about preparing our minds, and here we are in it, girl. And that's why I ain't about to be arguing with these people on this internet, honey. I'm about to get back to my state of peace before all hell breaks loose. I don't have time. I don't care if you want to know. I had me an experience with a rumper today. My own mama didn't even know. I said, oh, I did not know. But it makes sense. Couldn't believe it, y'all. Blew my mind. I said, oh. I said, well, did you know the Affordable Care Act is going away, that extra insurance? I said, did you know that? Huh? Well, God put him in the office. I said, he did. But did you know that your extra insurance, your Medicare, is about to go away? Because you Medicare age. I said, and he might be getting rid of the Social Security. So what's going to happen there? I said, and if he gets rid of the Board of Education, you make sure you have all the books in there for that baby because it won't be none. What are you talking about? I said, and the Bible is number 527 or 47 on the book ban list. And you told me when we was little that they was gonna ban the Bible. Well, it's on the thing to be banned next year. So what you told me about 40 years ago is literally happening right now. She said, what? I said, yeah, you need to go look that up. Well, I remember our pastor used to tell us, I said, well, it's here right now in 2024. About to be a law in 2025. She just got real quiet. Well, I don't care. God put Trump in office. I said, I never said I disagreed with that. But all the stuff that you told me about the rapture is here. I mean, not the rapture, but the end of the world. It's all here right now. I said, I have teachers that are in my community. I have doctors that are in my community, and they're telling me about the things that are changing. I said, everything you told me about when I was 5 to 10 years old, when I was in church, I said, it's happening. So I hope you know. I got a chance to talk to one of my older cousins who I call my aunt. I don't know if y'all do that, but in our family, if you the age of my mama, even if you my older cousin, we gotta call you auntie and uncle. Y'all do that in y'all families? We have to do that. Like if you're my mama age, even though you're an older cousin, you're auntie or uncle. Okay, good, because we have to do that too. Okay, so I got a chance to talk to my auntie slash older cousin. Okay, and my auntie is 76 years old. Remember the auntie that I was telling y'all about that experienced a lot of things because they was from the South and stuff back in the day? She remembers picking cotton and all of that stuff. Y'all remember I was telling y'all about her the other day? Well, guess what interesting story that I heard just yesterday? Y'all want to know the interesting story I heard about my auntie who is still living? I want to share this with y'all. I asked her daughter if I could share it. She said it's fine. So I'm going to tell y'all something. My auntie is 76 years old. And her daughter just told me the story of how my auntie, who was 76 years old, was walking with her 4 brothers and sisters. She had my uncle on his hip. He was about 5. And then she had, so it had to be probably like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And she probably was 11 or 12 maybe at that time. Okay? Which would have been 60 years ago. 65 years ago. She was walking to the store with her brothers and sisters, and she heard a commotion in the field. This is down south. And she looked over in the field, and a man was being dragged behind a horse. So she told her brothers and sisters to lay down in the ditch, them facing her and her looking into the field. She told her daughter that she watched them take this man off of being drugged behind the horse, and they set him up on the horse, threw the rope over a tree, and patted the horse, and the horse ran off. 65 years ago. She said she tried to turn away, and she knew she should have turned away. She said, but she couldn't stop her eyes from looking. So they had to hide in the ditch until the commotion went away so that she could get her brothers and sisters home safely. She was 11 or 12 years old. There are still people living that know what's coming, and they recognize it. My auntie is 76. This is the one that I told y'all that can take a motor apart and rebuild it right now, but she can't read. She can take a motor apart and rebuild it, but she cannot read. Did you hear what I said? It don't matter what kind of motor it is. She can take it apart and put it back together, but she can't read. And it'll run. Take a carburetor apart, put it back together, it'll run, but she can't read. Do you understand? But she realizes what time we're in. She realized what time we in. Do you understand? I didn't even know. Remember I was like, who eating bear? My aunties and uncles. Found out she shot a bear when she was 11 years old because it got in the house and her parents were not home. And she had to keep her brothers and sisters alive when she was only 9 or 10 years old. She had to shoot and kill a bear that had got in their house down in the south. Never would have known. Do you understand? And she's still alive, and she's telling her stories, but she also realizes what time we're in. You said, I'm not scared. God said, fear not. Behold, I am with you even to the end of the earth. Who said anything about being scared? He also said men's hearts is going to be given out with fear from the things that's about to come out the earth. Don't forget that part. Because he didn't only say that. He also said at the end times, in the last dispensation, in the last time period, it's going to be some scary stuff happening and men's hearts were going to be given out with fear. That's scripture as well. Don't forget. Because we can't just think on the stuff that we want to think on and ignore the other stuff because this stuff feels good. Because he also said that about fear. He also said that. And that's the scary part. Like I said, I got a chance to talk to a few ministers this week, and it's scary to me. Because they still on that fluffy Jesus stuff. I said, wow. And they're asking me what to get. They're asking me to send them my survival list. The pastors. The ministers. You don't think that's crazy? These are the same people that said I was in a reprobate mind 7 years ago when I was telling them what God was telling me to tell them about getting ready and all of that. And now y'all who have a congregation are asking me for what to get for the survival stuff. Interesting. If that don't make you nervous, I don't know what will. It's a lot of people that's about to get a rude awakening. And I know because I talk to their leaders. They're just now telling them to prepare. How long you been here and how long you been prepping? How long you been here and how long you been prepping? You said, lets you know that they not really hearing or listening. Listen. 3 years and you been prepping for that long? Two years. Interesting. Do you feel caught off guard by what's happening right now? And yep, yep. You said I started preparing about 1 month after being here. Can I ask y'all a question? Those of you that have been 3 years, here 3 years, is not all of that stuff happening? Did y'all see that they are saying that the strategy that is being used by the incoming thing is the same strategy that Hitler used? Have you guys heard that? That the same strategy that is being used, Hitler used it. Anybody heard that? You said I was led to start prepping in 2019 and shift in 2020. Good job. Okay. Okay. Did we talk about that? Did we talk about going back and looking at everything that happened so that you can understand what time we were in now? About to see the coupons again too. You mean the RID ones? Are those the coupons that you're talking about? The ones that I told folks look on their food stamp card because that RID is not recipient identification, it's ration identification? You mean those coupons? Them the coupons you was talking about? That's what you was talking about? Yep, and the food boxes. We went and looked that up, didn't we, Jazz? In October 2022, we went and looked up if this is what you want your family to eat for just the whole month, then okay. But if not, if this ain't gonna be enough to hold you and your family over, you'll need to start getting prepared now. Did we look that up around October 6th through the 11th of 2022? We went on the USDA food website and looked up. You get one little thing of juice and a couple bags of beans, some peanut butter, and a this and a that. You said, yep, tucks hair behind ear and did. Okay. You said yes, it was a small portion for a family of 6. Okay. Well, just understand that your class is here. I might not have been talking about what everybody else was talking about, and I might not have been talking about what people wanted me to talk about. And I might not have did things here the way that people think I should do it. But guess what? I did it the way that God wanted me to do it. And it has proven to be valuable up until even today. Because had I listened to people, we would be out here lost like the rest of these folks. Had I have let people try to script my classes and make me only talk about what they think I should talk about, we would have never got to the stuff that we got to. It wouldn't have been enough time. And because time is being shortened, we had to go at a faster rate and a faster pace and get to what time we're in right now. You said now the food drives hardly give non-perishables. I could believe it. You know what I got in my dehydrator right now? Peas and corn. I did potatoes the other day. After them peas and corns come out, I'm about to go get me some, I got some potatoes. I'm going to do another round of potatoes and another round of peas and corn. Yet they only giving out expired food. Are you serious? Your pantry is closed? You got bananas and that was it? You said, and the bananas was going bad? That's all you got. And then it was bananas. And they was going bad. Interesting. Yep. Listen, I ain't playing. Other folks can keep on acting like whatever, baby. I ain't doing it. I'm not. I've been in here getting my life together. Oh, I did add some more stuff to the survival list. Lemon powder, blueberry powder, and strawberry powder. Now, you can make your own, but I did add some other things, a different type of sleeping bag. I added a few things to the list. Like, they have mats. I didn't know they're like a camping mat, to where like if you having to sleep and it's raining, you can lay that mat down. It look like a yoga mat kind of thing, but it's a thick like foam and it's water resistant. So if you do have to sleep where it's raining or whatever and you in a tent, you can lay that down, or on a snow or whatever. You can lay that down and then lay your what you call it, sleeping bag on top of it, and you won't be wet. Watching this from the beginning, just wanted to say hi. Hey pumpkin. I had a dream that they were talking about the chip on an advertised screen and had me telling myself, based off the ad, what we have until April. Interesting. You dehydrated some jalapeno. Okay, jalapenos. Okay. This is the thing, family. Just know that God loves you enough to get you prepared, and hopefully the people that have been here, you paid attention. Hopefully you ain't been BSing and not doing what you're supposed to do, because you got to think about this. Say, for instance, they really do shut down the Department of Education. That means free lunch goes away too. Right? Teachers, I believe it, Jazz. I believe it. Let me ask you, a teacher. If the department, how many teachers we got in here? Yep, the Title I funding goes away. So that means that what exactly? Can you explain that to some of these parents that might not really understand what that means? Title I takes care of what? How many? I know there's a lot of things, but maybe the main three things. You said Pell Grants go away. Okay. I get paid through Title One. No. The fact that they are trying to get rid of programs for special needs, I don't understand that, baby. It ain't just special needs. It's all school together. You see what your auntie just said right there? Neat. You see that? She gets paid through Title One. So if Title One goes away, she doesn't have a job. She's not getting paid. How many teachers do we have in America? Can y'all look that up real quick? If Title I funding goes away anytime in the next 3 months. Okay. But how many teachers do we have in America? Let's look up and see. Wouldn't they replace it with another oversight committee? No. No. I told y'all we going back to 3.5 million. You said that means Head Start and a lot of other programs. 3.2 to 3.5 million teachers. Okay. Okay. Hey. So that means no free lunch, reduced lunch. They are getting rid of all the oversight committees so that they can do whatever unchecked. I saw that. But I just want people to see what this means. Right? So then that means no free lunch, no you said that includes charter schools as well. Okay. No free lunch, no reduced lunch. And then if the teachers lose their job, that means your kids are going to be home with you, right? Isn't that what that means? You said I work at a preschool early learning center and that'll probably close us, right? No Head Start programs. You said public schools 3.5 million, 500K, private schools. Got it. No funding for college either. Interesting. Okay. So what's that going to do for your grocery bill? If all your kids have to be at home with you for the next year, what's that going to do for your grocery bill? And how will you work? Because somebody going to have to be at home to teach the kids. If the teachers are not going to be paid to teach, they're probably not going to teach. If they're getting rid of the books and you don't have the books to teach, who's going to teach your kids? Because the teachers won't be getting paid to teach. So they're going to be home with you. Then you're going to have to feed however many kids. And you know when they home, they eat more. So then what happens if these books are being banned? Who's going to teach the kids? You said I only have one child and it's bananas with me for groceries. Okay. So if it's a 2-person household and there's not a parent an older brother or sibling that's old enough to stay at home with the kids, because a lot of daycares run on these type funds too, right? So that parents can go back to school and work grants and all that, right? Ain't that all kind of, because a preschool, like you said, is like a Title I type. Okay. So then you got little babies at home, so who gonna work? You said I'm finna stock up on education stuff. Look, Nisi Poo, that's why I had you and nephew telling y'all to buy all the books y'all can. That's why I've been saying go to the Goodwill. They got science, they got education, they got all of those books. And you said you have to pay for all homeschooling supplies and teach them while being broke and hungry. Okay. Now y'all picking up what I'm talking about. I know y'all did. I know he was finding the books on the side of the road, but I'm not saying it, but I'm saying this is why God had us for 3 years, baby girl, buying books, because he knew they was about to go away. He knew. God knew. Think about it. How many people called y'all crazy for buying all these books? Why is you listening to that lady tell you to buy books? Because God knew it wasn't about to be done, or you wasn't going to have no access to them. Think about it. Okay, how many of y'all, some of y'all are book people, but if you wasn't a book person, why do you think the fire to buy y'all these books just came out of nowhere 3 years ago? We're going back to a time where this won't work. I'm a single parent. How am I supposed to go to work and teach my children? We can band together and pay someone to teach while the rest of us work. We're going to have to do something. Hey, Auntie, think about it. God wanted us to, he knew that the books was about all of that was about to be a wrap. So 2.5 years before they started talking about getting rid of the books for real, he started letting you buy books, get books for the kids, get books for you, get books on whatever, because he knew we wasn't going to have access to books. You said, I got all kinds of things for my daughter to learn. Listen, but it don't have nothing to do with me. God was telling us what to get. He was telling us what to buy because he knew what was coming. He knew. Think about how many people don't have no books in their house. But if they shut the doors or throw all the books away like they was doing in certain states, where you going to get the books from? Because if they start banning them, they already been clearing out the Goodwill. And like Salvation Armies, they're having littler, smaller and smaller amounts of books. You said my husband and I still have books from college. Good job. I'm just saying, we are going to need books to teach our children. We're going to need stuff to teach them. And y'all know this society and other societies, they don't have no problem burning books. They'll burn some books in a minute, throw them away, put them in a landfill. They don't care. Right, because they're getting ready to stop you from being able to find places to buy them. When I told my mom today, I said, you know they banning the books and this and that. The face, she a hardcore, stone-faced Christian. And she tried to act like it didn't bother her, but I'm like, you're going to be teaching him. You said where they burnt the books? They burnt, girl, this society and everybody other society. When they want to erase some history, they just burn the books. This is like back in Alexandria, Egypt. They've been doing that. They burn books in Rome. They've been doing that. Any literature. They'll burn a book quick. They'll throw them books over in the honey. Yeah. They'll burn them books in a minute. Throw them, say they don't need them, and throw them over in one of them landfills or whatever, and burn them books like trash and all kind of stuff. Yeah, they burn books. Get rid of them. Sure do. They sure will. Yeah, they burn books. And they about to... I was sorting my books and came across a book I read at least 10 years ago, Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. Started in 2024. Physically became sick. Interesting. You said in Mexico they do it too? Yeah. Yeah. Diego de Landa burned a lot of books. Interesting. You said, but the Board of Education is the ones banning Black history in schools too. Who owns the Board of Education? Who runs it? Not these people. These people. The same people that told you they didn't want you to read so you could know that your history was not from being a servant. It was kings of Egypt. They know what they're doing. We are in an information age. People are finding out that the history books are not telling the truth, and that's why they want to get rid of the books that are telling the truth. Most of the black people in America were taught that their ancestors were slaves, but they never told them that they were kings and rulers and the first mathematicians and doctors. You didn't hear about any of that. I know because I went to school here, and I started school in '85, and I went to pretty good schools. I never knew that black people were kings and queens and ran the world in the beginning. I never knew that until I became grown and older and started doing my own research. So there's nothing new. I was taught we was living in a village somewhere, didn't know nothing about nothing. This is what I was taught. Well, none of that was true, and this is why they didn't want people reading. Did they not try to stop the freed slaves from learning? You couldn't be an educated person of color. Oh, you mean like now? Seeing as how folks been waiting on reparations forever, and now they coming for some folks that don't need them. Interesting. The only time somebody want to keep you out of a space is if you know you'll surpass them in anything. That's the only reason you want to keep a person out of a specific space is because you know you mediocre. And they know even without trying, you'll excel them. So they, surpass them. So they don't want that. Well, we see it. I mean, I know what's going on, do you? Is what I want to ask you. Everything has been the same. I don't gotta hate on you if I already know you ain't gonna make it to where I am. But if I know that you're gonna be better than me, I gotta keep you out of here because I want to always be the best, even though I know I'm mediocre. Ain't nothing new. This is why certain groups of people fought so hard to keep us out of sports, keep us out of the music industry, keep us out of this and that, medicine and everything else, not knowing that we the person that started all that stuff. You're crazy. How you gonna keep us out of something that we created? It's nuts. Not you trying to keep people out of something you stole. So I went back through my journal, y'all, and I'm not gonna go into detail about a lot of it, but it was very interesting to go back through two of my journals and to look and see uh the stuff that God was telling me ahead of time. And this is why I try to encourage y'all to journal. Oh man, I just lost my freaking place. So Dang. What the heck? I don't remember me saying that the Board of Education was good. I don't think any government agency is good. Are you putting words in my mouth? You must not understand how the government works. You ain't never heard me say they was good? There's not one government agency that's good. Okay, well, you shouldn't be. I never said they were good. I just told you what they're doing. That's what I told you. What they're doing. It doesn't matter. They're not just taking out books about Africa. They're taking the books. It's not just that book. It's a whole bunch of books. It's not the best time to be having kids, and here I am when I know better. Is you telling me something? Hi. Hey, Pumpkin. Did you just tell us without telling us? Oh, congratulations! Oh, Pumpkin. Congratulations. Oh, shoot. My daughter is having a baby. Look at that. Well, congratulations. Look at God know what he doing. Go on and get size 2. Size 2. Congratulations, Pumpkin. Look, don't buy all them expensive baby clothes. I'll call you and we can talk about it. Onesies and socks for this first year. Get you a couple outfits. The most important thing is going to be that 2 to 4. You hear me? 2 to 4. You get a whole bunch of onesies. Don't go spending no whole bunch on that stuff. Okay. Because folks going to bring that little stuff. When these stores get crazy, you need to, Everybody said congratulations. Well, congratulations, Pumpkin Butt. And, I'm excited for you. It's still a good time. Babies is always amazing. You hear me? God know. So, but you listen and do what he's telling you to do so you can be prepared, baby girl. Start stocking up on your powdered milk and stuff like that, right? Just in case there's no formula and stuff. Start stocking up on powdered milk that you can dilute. Hopefully you're going to nurse. So that way, when you can, pump your milk and dehydrate your own milk. Go on and get you a dehydrator. So that way, if anything goes on, you can dehydrate your own milk and your baby can be drinking your milk. And then also, you said, listen to CERCA, she got me right when I had my stinker butt in 2022. Oh, Pumpkin. Oh, Pumpkin. And you love your stinky butt? You love your stinky butt? Listen, yes, ma'am, I've been buying goat milk and learning from here. And okay. See, my baby on it. You see? My baby on it. You hear me? My baby's just on it, honey. Who? See? God had you preparing, and you didn't even know why, because you was going to be a mama during this time. Listen, God be knowing. This is why I be trying to tell y'all. See, most people only think about right now. When God is telling you stuff, it's for what's coming. How many times y'all heard me say that? When I first met y'all, God started to listen, it's not for right now. Everything that I'm telling you is not for right now. It's for later. Is it later? You hear me? It's later. And all the things that God had me telling y'all in 22 and 23 is right now. Later. Yes, in all the past classes you have been hitting, it's been about babies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Had no idea. Interesting. God was telling you without telling you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Finally, I can give them to someone that can use them. Oh, she said, your aunt Tamika said she got a breast pump and a nebulizer. She about to find it. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, your auntie said she about to find her stuff, so you can go on to sanitize everything and get your stuff together. And look, you bought your generator. Look at God. Look at God. You didn't even know you was preparing. You thought you was just preparing for you and didn't even know you was preparing so your baby could be okay, girl. And folks want to wait on the news to tell them, well, go right ahead then. We'll go right down ahead. You hear me? That make me happy. That makes me so happy because you started. Yes, I got all of that. I was getting double everything gas mask. See? Because God knew you was going to have a little internet running around here. You didn't even know that 2 years ago. Girl, look at God. Y'all better quit playing with my dad. He ain't just telling you for now. He's telling you for later, too. And that's why I be like, I don't care. Oh, you're buying that. And it's because God told me it wasn't going to be none. And I ain't going to be trying to wait till everybody else running out there to get it to go get it. So thank you, is. Waiting on the news, people. Oh, I know. I had somebody tell me I can't find it on Google. I said, oh, that's why people didn't know the Antichrist was here. They didn't put that on Google too much either, but he here. What's that supposed to mean? And you a whole minister. Are you asking God before you go to Google? And I told him, I said, well, I'm going to tell you what I tell the people over here in our school. If you're waiting for the news to tell you, it's too late because it's already happened. So thank God. See, and that be the scary thing for me is that the preachers are saying if I don't see it on the news or if nobody else is talking about it, then it's not happening. Did you ask the Holy Spirit news? Did you get in your closet and ask God what to do to tell you to get your people together? You waiting on, when did we start going to the news before we ask God? When did we wait on everybody else to be talking about it? And you got all these people following you on all these different social medias and you taking their money, baby, and you don't even. Okay. I see. I don't want no parts of it, but I see it. And I talked to several ministers. Do you hear me? I've been talking to ministers and I'm like, wow. What's even scarier is a lot of them voted for T-Rump. I said, ooh, do y'all know he about to be this good old Bible? I said, y'all crazy? You is funny. He about to have us in concentration camps just like, oh, so y'all want the Bible, y'all gonna help the Bible come to pass. Well, I see what's going on. I see y'all there. I see everybody playing their role. I said, well, I have to tell you this. The folks that's been over here with me, we good. What you mean? We already been, but God told us 3 years ago. We didn't have to wait for the news to tell us to go on a budget. We didn't have to wait for the news to tell us that the economy was about to crash. We didn't have to wait on the news to tell us the water was going to go bad, the food wasn't going to be no good or none of that. We didn't have to wait. We been knowed it. Oh, well, the Bible foretold it, but he told us the time. He told us the time period. Yeah, y'all want to keep throwing that at me, but he told us the time. He told us what time to buy it because soon, in the next month, in the next 3 weeks, and sometimes it wasn't even days. It's the difference. Yeah, he been telling us, but he told us the time. He told us the exact time period of when the food was gonna go up and everything. He told us. So you can kind of try to downplay it all you want to, but you don't have it, do you? And the reason you don't have it is because you ain't been listening to God. You've been listening to the bishops, the elders, and Google. You said my friend works for SpaceX and they laid off so many people yesterday. Ooh. I believe my dad is leveling the playing field. I told y'all wasn't nobody about to be working. He told us that. Did he or did he not? Did God not tell us 3 years ago that people wasn't going to be working and get all your stuff you need while you in your house so you don't go crazy and get cabin fever for when you can't go outside? Did he not tell us that 3 years ago? He did, didn't he, pumpkin butt? I said, people ain't about to be working and it ain't about to be no money. Oh, she's fear-mongering. I said, no, you just don't want to hear the truth. But moving on. Moving on. Because I believe my daddy and he tell me listen, he don't tell me everything, but he sure be getting me ready because I want to know. Think about how people are getting ready to be having to be scrounging, trying to get a lot, and it's not going to go far. $500 don't go as far as it did 2 years ago, do it? 2 years ago with $500, you probably could have walked out with 2 full baskets of food. You ain't doing that right now. $500 is not getting you a basket overflowing with food right now, is it? Is it? Did he not tell us that money was not going to spend the same? That our money was not going to go as far in just 2 years? Did he or did he not tell us that? Did he tell us? You said no, you're paying more for less. Did he tell us that? And the South African guy saying it to the America so the bots can get ready to work. Interesting. Yeah. Did he tell us that we was gonna be paying more for less? So get it right now. I said, Dad, you be doing your big one around here. And folks keep wanting to talk about you ain't real. Well, let them believe it. I know you're real. Tell me what's gonna go on. Yeah. Yeah. I wrote on March 15th, 2020. So the virus has hit America. The kids are out of school. People are fighting over water and toilet paper. Food is short. People are panicked. God, you have been speaking so loudly for a long time. Thank you for all of the secret things you show me. For years, you have told me the bad stuff nobody wanted to hear, and they never listened. Thank you. That's all. I said, thank you for telling me what was coming. Hold on. 3/26/2020. I said, Lord, you gave me that dream at the end of January. And in 60 days, America and the world has been overtaken by the virus. Lord, is that what I had in January? I thought it was odd that I was sick. And now the whole world is dealing with sickness. Lord, I believe what you told me about the 42 months because all of the things that have to do with the tribulation are here. I wrote that 3/26/2020. And 42 months prior to that, or roughly 37 or something, he told me in 2020, it's not going to be no food. A lot of people was going to die from something dealing with medical. Y'all ain't going to be able to go nowhere. I have the journals. That's what I've been going back through. And I'm like, oh my God. I said, well, he be telling me. I don't care whether he tell nobody else. I'm not trying to be funny, but you can listen to whatever. God write it down. You said I'm going to start journaling today. Hopefully you do, because I went back through about 10 years and my mind was blown. Blown. I'm like, oh my God. The companies, the areas of government, which certain like what meetings and stuff to pay attention to. I was like, oh my God. All of this is in the news right now. All of the different forms of government and branches of government that he had me studying, it's all in the news. I said, oh, okay. Okay. So that's what I've been doing. I've been going over the things that he told me, going back through my journals. When I say tears was just flowing, because I was so grateful that I took the time to write down the things that he told me, because now I'm living it. 10 years later, 5 years later, 4 years later, I'm literally living what he told me was coming. And it's crazy. It really is. And I'm like, dang, Dad, you was thinking about this all the way back in 2016, all the way back in 2015 when you told me to study this, when you told me to study that, when you told me to look at this. You said, yep, that's how I realized he had me going through the lineage of my own family. Come on now. That part. Get to the pantries and fill up, then go use your money at the store to get on everything else. Yep. 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 So understand, family, that it doesn't matter who believed, but the ones of you that did believe God, and you believe that he had me telling you whatever he had me telling you for whatever reason, and you moved, you acted in faith, and you're seeing your faith come to life right now. You're seeing why it's important to not necessarily listen to what everybody else is saying, but ask God, is this what you want me to do? I know it ain't happening right now, but is it going to happen? And then if it is going to happen, can you prepare me for what I need? I also understand now why certain people in my family, God had me distancing them, myself from them. And I didn't understand why. To find out the way that my folks went, my brothers and everybody, they're all rumpers. I said, oh, that's why he kept me away from y'all. Didn't know. Bad. Got it. Ooh. Y'all turned me into the people. You done kept me away from my immediate family members for over 20 years, basically, and I couldn't understand why, but it made sense today. I said, oh. And can I be honest with y'all? Y'all know the videos we've been watching about that's not what's going to happen. He said this. Oh, no, let me show it to you. Y'all got the same reaction today. I got the same. I was like, when I said about the insurance, the school, the benefits for the veterans and the Social Security, that's not, oh, but it is. Let's look. Then it went to, well, God put him in there. It don't matter. It's here. And you helped that come to pass. Not that it wasn't going to happen anyway, but to know that you set yourself up for the tribulation, for the New World Order. And then they came out and said it. Oh, yeah, we can let y'all in on the secret now. It's the New World Order. You voted for the New World Order. And you talking about going against Christ by voting for this lady, and you voted for the Antichrist to move his plan in? Oh, you guys are delusional. You crazy. You literally voted for the Antichrist. Listen, I said, oh, and I'm not calling him the Antichrist. You voted for the Antichrist plan, crazy. Yeah. I tried to register to vote online and it didn't even go through, thank God. Ain't that crazy, though? Because they literally came out and said, oh, yeah, it's a New World Order. we knew y'all knew, but we had to get in first. And you voted for the New World Order? Do you know who's over the New World Order? Anybody? Anybody know who's going to run the world? Oh my God, if you didn't know, the Antichrist. So you voted for the Antichrist plan. Got it. But you're a Christian. The Bible said that a lot of the elects, if he didn't shorten the days, would even be deceived. And guess what? I'm living it right now because these people been in church and been saved and sanctified for over 40 years. For over 40 years, you've been calling yourself a Christian and walking around saying you saved, and you voted for the New World Order. That is mind-blowing. Diabolical. Whose plan is the New World Order? The devil's. Because he wants to force people to worship him. Interesting. How Christian are you, I wonder? You said the end of the beginning on our watch list. It's on Hulu. Talks about everything you've been saying. No. I haven't seen it. Tell me that's not crazy. Mind blowing. So you voted for the devil's plan. Got it. You voted for the persecution of Christians. Got it. You voted for folks to be hauled off into the camps that God said we would. When he said in Revelations, you'll be taken prisoner and some of you blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. I just wanted to know. I needed to know what side you was on. Interesting. Interesting. Very. Grandma tried to tell me God said it's my duty to vote. Okay, Grandma, find the verse. That part. Stiff neck, about to learn. Well, this is the scary part of it, right? People gonna vote and do whatever they want to do. But God's word is coming to pass, and they not hiding it no more. So all the people that they call conspiracy theorists were actually truth tellers, and they just wanted to be blinded. They chose to be willfully blinded. Remember how I told y'all that God wants you to be informed, but the devil always wants you to be caught off guard, and he don't want you to know what you're into until after you're already in it? God says, count up the cost and see if you can really deal with what I'm getting ready to put you through. You remember we talked about? Y'all see it happening right now, right? The devil just keep on talking about a whole bunch of stuff to keep you distracted, so you're not paying attention to what he's doing. He don't want you to look over there. Don't look over there. Look at what I'm saying right now. Look at what I'm saying right now. All the while robbing your house blind. Oh, no. Don't go in there right now. Oh, no. Don't look that way. Focus on me. And by the time you look around them, everything you own is gone. All your things of value, they've gone. It sure was. You said I was told it to be great again. Yep. Great like it was in the Great Depression. It's going to be great, all right. The Great Depression. Can y'all go find me some facts about the Great Depression real quick? Can y'all bring up some facts? What went on in the Great Depression? What were some things that were happening? What were some of the things that were not present in the Great Depression? Like food, clothing, the death rates. What was going on in the Great Depression? Can y'all go look it up real quick and let's see what we find? I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. Right. But I want real facts though. I want you to go and tell me like how many people died or what things they didn't get for months, because there are stories about it. Let's go look and see. Unemployment, it had global impact, massive economic crash. It said about 11,000 banks failed, leaving many with no savings. Who remember? Penny, was you here when I told y'all don't stack up no savings, buy what's going to be valuable? With businesses shutting down due to lack of investment, it was leaving millions jobless. It lasted 10 years. Interesting. My granny always said there were people throwing themselves off buildings because they lost money. It was the truth. My mom was born in 1942. She always talked about it. Interesting. Hey, Pumpkin. Hey. The stock market lost 90% of its value. Did God tell us not to put money in stocks 3 years ago? A lot of unaliving. Stock market crash, bank failures, people in panic. Interesting. From 1929 to 1939. Interesting. Y'all remember me saying we're getting ready to go through the time of the Great Depression? Y'all remember us talking about that? Y'all remember God telling us, don't be trying to save a whole bunch of money. You need to buy the things that are not going to be. What did the stores look like? 1/3 of farmers lost their land because they couldn't pay their loans. Oh, okay, so ain't no food going to be getting farmed. Thank you. You came right on in, Jazz. Family income dropped 40%. Yep, and watching the Little House on the Prairie. My great-grandpa still had ration coupons from the Depression. No way. Does he still have them now? The food was scarce. Government policies changed. Okay. The housing market probably crashed as well. It was soup lines. Interesting. Interesting. Girl, I am not married and grown. You come in and say hello. Where I been ain't none of nobody business. How you doing? I'm here right now. Love you, sis. Oh, okay. Okay. You said then on top of that, the Dust Bowl. Tariffs that negatively impacted the nation happened during the Depression. Tariffs. Tariffs, Jess? I got you. You did, and you even said max out your cars if you need to. Get what you need. Many's families sought to cope by planting gardens, canning food, buying used bread. Despite steep decline in food prices, many families did without milk or meat. Kiva, you said they did without milk or meat. Does anybody remember the first two things that I asked y'all to buy in reference to food? A matter of fact, I made 2 videos about it in February of 2022. Milk and meat. Freeze-dried, dehydrated meat. And remember I held up that little thing on my video? And I said, mamas that got babies, you're going to need some milk. So 3 years ago in February, God told me to tell y'all to get milk and meat. Yeah, I showed y'all a whole video of me grinding my own meat, right? We'll get to the eggs. But in the video, before I ever even went viral, the main thing I was telling people to get was meat and milk. I literally held up the little circle thing and said, you can pour the milk on here now for when there's no milk. I said, you can dehydrate up to 10 pounds of vegetables or meat in this dehydrator. Then we went to eggs. and the other stuff. And in the Great Depression, the two main things that people didn't have was milk and meat. And they said we in a depression right now, getting ready to go into an even deeper one. You don't think that 2 years, almost 3 years ago, when God was telling you that, you said they used cardboard and cotton in the soles of their shoes. CJ, was you here when I told everybody if you got kids under the age of 18 and you know their sizes is going to be growing, you need to go get their 2, 4, 6 size up in pajamas, underwear, and shoes, and put them in a zip in these right here. Who remembers this class? I said each one of your kids need at least one of these with 2, 4, 6, 8 sizes, whatever. And I said, go, yep, and start even in the thrift store. I did. I said, it ain't gonna matter. Ain't nobody gonna see you. He's like, why is she on there talking about that? Because it's about to be real out here. You said doing minds as we speak. Okay. So if God had us go watch videos about the Great Depression, and then he gave us all of these classes, and they were one at a time, whatever it was, but in every class he gave us a breadcrumb, as my cousin. What's crazy is it's almost been 100 years. History is repeating it. People don't believe fat meat greasy, sis. They don't believe fat meat greasy. That's what it is. I'm trying to tell you. And the fact that everybody just walking around like, oh, okay. There are people that listened, and I'm not saying, oh, you only got to listen to me. But I know for a fact that there are people that listened and they are breathing sighs of relief right now because they did it. God's word does not come back void. Come on. But hear me. There are people that probably got tired of being called crazy, got tired of being called a conspiracy theorist and whatever else it is. But now you sighing a sigh of relief. Now you are sighing a sigh of relief. Crazy, I was just thinking about the times repeating the other day. I got a chance to catch up on some of the other movies and shows y'all been watching. Girl, trying to tell you, and it's all out here, ain't it? You said I used to cry. Okay. We have not even known each other 3 years. And pretty much every single thing that God had us randomly study is not so random now. It's actually being played out like a movie. In less than 36 months. Now, I say the crazy people always survive and do. Soylent Green is the movie Bust Your Head when it starts. Listen. Everything is popping up off the page. It is. In less than 36 months. even us talking about kids being separated away from their parents. Did we not talk about the government coming in and taking your children away? So you need to be teaching them as much as you can because you might not be able to be there with them because they say whatever. Did we talk about that? Did we talk about it being against the law to be homeless in all the states back in 2022? Are there people in North Carolina? Y'all know Friday was the date that they said they was going to go in there and be taking them people kids, right? Y'all know that this Friday that just passed, November 15th, was the date. They had to have adequate housing by November 15th or they was going to be able to take them people kids. Well, they blocked that video. They deleted so many of the videos I reposted. I went through, I ain't never seen that many block videos about the lady saying that with the doctor and they called her and canceled it and all of those things, they blocking them. So in 2 years, almost 3, when I was talking to y'all and I said, don't be happy about what they doing down there at the border because they're going to start doing it to Americans. They just need to make sure it works. So they're using it on immigrants. Who remembers that? Y'all remember that class, right? Are they doing it to American citizens right now? You said that's why I adopted my granddaughter because both bio were homeless. Dang. Are they doing it to Americans right now? So we talked about it. We talked about it in 2022 and people said I was making that up. Called me a liar, basically. And I said, okay, you'll see. And it's been 34 months. And Friday, it became a reality. Yesterday. This is why I be wanting y'all to journal something about your classes, because as the things are happening, if some of y'all wrote that class down when we talked about it or looked into that, you would be able to mark November 15th as the day that the day that they start doing it to Americans. From whatever day we studied it back in 2022. You don't think that's crazy? Do you? So God just had us studying about that and looking into how many kids was in the borders and what happened to them, and teaching our kids to eat without us and wash clothes and make them be more responsible because they might be taken away from you. And look, yes, and I asked some people to pray for the families after seeing that. Yeah. But think about this. God told us it was coming for the regular Americans, not just the immigrants. It was coming for us, and now they're doing it. And it ain't even been 3 years. So do you think that God was getting you prepared and your kids prepared for something that we might not have seen before by telling you to make sure that they are self-sufficient children? You think that was a part of the process, God getting us ready for that? I'm already away from my kids, so there's that. And I be thinking about them like crazy, but it's already a reality. My kids are on two different sides for me. So if they shut the borders down, if they not already in here with me, I won't see them anyway. Does that make my heart hurt? Absolutely. Is it a reality that God told me to prepare for a long time ago? Yes, it is. This is why He told me to train them the way that I did, so that they would be prepared to live without me. And that's why this is going to be so important, that you don't just be babying. You ain't got to be hard on them, but they need to be self-sufficient. And they can be self-sufficient at 2 or 3, 4, 5 years old, where they can do pretty much every single thing, get dressed, find their clothes, put them back. All of these things, you can be teaching that now. You see, in North Carolina, they said they closing the shelter, and if you have nowhere to go, you can't live with your kids. That's what we talking about, Dave. They said yesterday was a deadline for that. Yes, ma'am. That's it. You wasn't even in here. That's exactly what we talking about. And we talking about the class we did, where we talked about what they did with the people down at the border. And I said that's coming for us. They separated mothers from fathers, and the children was all thrown in there together. We talked about it. Remember? Good job. Facts. The person I was worried about, I just moved in with me. My grandmother. Come on. My mother told her purpose for preparing me, that in case I didn't have a wife. Okay. that part. That part. My mother told me that her purpose for preparing me was, yeah, my son too. I got a son. I said, you ain't about to be, and even though you get a wife, she might not know how to do nothing. She might not know how to comb, hair, cook, wash her tail, or nothing. I don't know. So you might have to help her in real life. My son can do relaxers, braids, ponytails, cook, clean, wash clothes, everything I know how to do. He was my first child too. You was not about to be dependent on a woman to do nothing for you. Mm-mm. We have them. We do. We do. This is the thing, y'all. All I'm saying is, if you don't think God was looking out for you, He was. Oh, wait a minute. Today? I'm so sorry for hearing that, Pumpkin. Oh, well. I am so sorry for your loss, baby girl. Oh, wow. Well, I hope you feel better. I hope that I don't being in class. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, you know what? This is a place for a lot of people when they feel crazy. This is where they come to and they feel better. So that makes me excited that at least you wanted to come and spend some time. Cause we your family, girl. What you mean you don't know why? We is your cousins and stuff. That's why you came over here. What you mean? You know we gonna love on you. 3 out of my 4 kids are back home. The 4th is not too far away. That's good. That's why you came over here. We is your cousins and stuff. You came to be with your cousins and your aunties and uncles and stepmamas and daddies and all of that. Girl, yeah, we love you. And I'm sorry to hear that is happening. But, you know, we're here for you if you need us. You hear me? I'm going to be honest. That makes me feel good. That people, when they are having trouble or when they are, this is a place of respite for people. It's a place of refuge. It's like a hospital. Hey, auntie, it's like a hospital. This place is it's like a hospital. And people come here and they get the medicine that they need, whatever that medicine is. And pharmacy don't just got one type of medicine. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's just you need the laugh or you need the haze or you need the whatever else it is that you get from here. And I'm grateful that when you all are going through situations, this coming into this place and into this space makes you feel better for whatever it is. You said my daughter needs to get. Oh, baptized. Gotcha. Gotcha. This is the thing, y'all. We are entering a time where there's going to be a lot of things that are completely different. You know what I mean? And so I pray that when y'all come here, one, we do talk about some heavy stuff. And there are a lot of heavy things that go on. But I hope that it is the mental exercise and boot camp that you need to prepare you for the things that's coming. Definitely check myself on missing class. I ain't been in here. Girl, I ain't been in here either. We ain't had class in 7 days. We have not had class in 7 days. And it's got to be like that more often. There's going to be a lot more days where I ain't on here. So it'll be old classes or whatever else, because I'm about to enjoy a lot of this little stuff I got while I got it. I got a chance to get in here and get in my books and pull different stuff out and look at it. It's like, now it's time. We done did all this, whatever. But it's a lot of stuff that's already gone out. Like, I don't want to be arguing with people and repeat myself. It's a whole bunch of other stuff. You still laugh a lot. I know what's going to email you just. I wasn't going to respond back, girl. Listen, when I go in my tunnel, I don't talk to nobody. Do y'all hear me? I need y'all to know that about me. If God tell me get quiet, I was posting to let y'all know I was okay. That's why I was posting on the page, because I wasn't even going to do that. But if God tell me to get quiet and don't tell y'all or don't say nothing, I'm not. Because most times when I say I'm going to take a break, people start emailing me because they know I'm not online. But there was things that I needed to go and read and study and do. So it was a lot of stuff I did not do this week, and probably this week coming too. Because I need to prepare myself for next year. I have been, I walked around in the silence, or I just been listening to worship music, because God, if there's something that I need to hear, one, for y'all, but two, for myself. And I got corn and peas in there right now. Sure did. Went and got some frozen corn and frozen peas. They in there right now. And them take about 4 to 8 hours. And when them come out, there's some potatoes going in. Oh, I'm not playing. I'm going to do some garlic. Because, see, I've been teaching, so I haven't had time to stack and prepare and can like y'all have. I've been having to work. But, baby, this room was towed up. It was boxes all the way up taller than this, because I got in that closet and got my dehydrator out. It's not a game. I'm not playing no games. I believe, and I ain't been distracted, because God has still allowed me to do certain things, but not like I could have been for the last 3 years. Could y'all imagine if I wasn't on here, how much I would see and have probably? No. To be honest with y'all, it's a lot of movies that, like, sometimes people ask me to watch, but I seen it in my mind already. Not saying that it's not good or whatever, but that's how I've been able to tell people what's going to happen. These didn't come from movies. These came from my sleep. Way before now. That's why I said I just went back through my journals and I was in there in tears like, this is crazy. Like, you really was telling me what was up. And people was calling me crazy. I wrote down about when I used to try to tell my ex-husband, my family members, everybody. And it's like, it's crazy because it's all happening right now. Thank you. They're locks, not dread. There's nothing dreadful about this hair now. It's locks over here. I know they call them dreads, but there's nothing dreadful. This hair is amazing. God gave it to me. Dreadful means that means ugly and scary and stuff, you know. But thank you. Ain't nothing dreadful about this here. Yep. You cool. But I got what you were saying. Thank you. I got family members. I have to tell them, I don't got no dreads. I got locks. You know? But anyway, so with that, family, yeah, it's true. Have you ever looked at the definition of dread? What's the definition of dread? We about to have some dreaded or dreadful times. What's the definition of dread? Let's just look at it though. We got to be careful of our words. Anybody know the definition of dread? Ain't it a terrible event? What else? What's it? You said asleep. Anticipate with great apprehension or fear. What's the definition of doom? Interesting. What's the definition of dreadful? That's dread, right? What's the definition of dreadful? Or is it the same? It should be like not nice in appearance. One of the definitions is like not good to look at, scary, whatever. Fearful. Your hair makes me scared. Misunderstanding or fear. Interesting. Yeah, consumed with fear. Y'all just looking at the first one? Is y'all looking at all of the definitions? Because dreadful means like, okay, extremely bad. Okay, so causing or involving great suffering, fear, or unhappiness. Extremely bad or serious. So bad, not good, whatever. Yes, dreadful means extreme, bad, or unpleasant. Right. So when people say, "Oh, your hair is dreaded," no, my hair is not unpleasant. It's not bad. It's not scary. It's not none of that. So, right. Ain't nothing scary about no locks. Okay. But think about it. Whenever you used to see people with locks back in the day, anytime we were shown like a Rasta person, they were always painted to be like devils and scary looking. They are always painted with these crazy eyes and all of that kind of stuff. So in America, for sure, people with locks, people from the islands, y'all was painted out to be the witch doctors over here in movies and stuff. You said that's what your grandma says? Ain't that crazy? But let me ask you a question. During the Mamu uprising in Kenya, British authorities encountered Kenyan warriors with dreadlocks and called them dreadful. See? It was when? Thank you, Sarah. 1950s. Thank you. You heard that? During the Mau Mau uprising in Kenya in the 1950s, British authorities encountered Kenyan warriors with dreadlocks and called them dreadful. That's where that come from. Ain't that crazy? Their dreadful hair. Ain't nothing. But think about this though. In the Bible, what do it say about Jesus? It said the what of his hair? What did it say? It said the what of his hair? The locks of his hair is like lamb's wool. The locks of his hair was like lamb's wool, sheep's wool. Have you ever seen a sheep with straight hair? You said Solomon talks greatly about the locks of his women's hair and stuff. Can y'all go look at a picture of lamb's wool that has not been combed and tell me what it looked like? You said 2-part text. Hold, please. Okay. Y'all go look up a picture real quick, please, and tell me. The earliest written reference to dreadlocks is in Vedic scriptures, which date back to 1500 BC. In the text, the hair of the Hindu god Shiva is referred to as yata, which means twisted locks of hair. In many parts of Africa, dreadlocks were associated with strength and were only worn by warriors. You said lamb's wool is curly, it can be 4C hair, huh? You said it looked like 4C hair? You said lambs got 4C. It look as nappy as looking at cotton. So tell me where y'all get the Lord Farquaad Jesus. Huh? I wish I had slow motion camera right now. You hear me? I said, where y'all get the Lord Farquaad Jesus from then? Huh? Y'all got the Lord Farquaad Jesus, but that ain't the one. Y'all got the Lord Farquaad Jesus. And the real Jesus, his hair looked like lamb's wool, and the locks of his hair. If you went and looked at a picture, you know for a fact that one you see, their hair don't look nothing like that. And I ain't saying they wasn't using a lot of straighten their hair back in the day, but I guarantee you he probably didn't have that kind of. If it looked like lamb's wool, who the people? The hair, you got to keep it combed out, or it'll. And if you don't do nothing with it, it'll. You know anybody like that you could pat their hair like this and you be like, oh, it hold heat, and then you stretch it out even though the fro about this big and the hair go this long or this long? Y'all know anybody like that? And if they don't comb their hair, it'll. Let it get wet, it shrink out, look. And then you look at it, you be like, well, I might cut my fingers on that and put a little oil on it and brush it, baby. It look like. Y'all know anybody here that do that? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I just wanted to know if y'all know anybody. Okay. Well, that's good. Okay, so can I read something else to y'all real quick? Okay. This was 3/30/2020. It says, our president has issued another 30-day stay-at-home order. Lord, this world believes that the leaders of this world have control over what is happening. This is all written down. God, I am grateful that even though I am a sinner, every day you still show me things. I'm grateful that these things you told me came true. You told me that people would not be visiting and partying, and you said uh you would take all the fun. You would take all of the fun. There's no fun happening right now. People are having to sit and think about life and death, spending time with their families, God. This is almost unreal. God, I believe that you are doing everything now. Things are uncertain because you are in control. The only thing I fear is seeing you and you not being happy with me. My body being destroyed, but not my soul. It will live on forever. It says, tell me what you want me to say and do. I will be your weirdo. Um, exactly what you took me to happened and is happening. Both high and low are dying. No parties, funerals, or anything. No content. All the things that God said uh, wouldn't be happening. Hopefully they believe me now. So, when I write, I'm just writing down my thoughts. But basically, God had been telling me to tell people from 2016 to 2019, get yourself used to being in the house. Get yourself, because it ain't going to be no fun. There's not going to be any fun things happening. You ain't going to be able to see people. And they was like, you crazy, you crazy, you crazy. Well, that's what I was writing down because, of course, it's probably in tears as I was crying, so it'd be off. But March 30th, 2020, I said, God, you told me it wasn't going to be no fun. It wasn't going to be no funerals. It wasn't going to be no hanging out and all of that. But he had told me years prior these things were coming. And I had been telling my daughters, like, y'all need to get used to sitting in the house. Y'all need to get some stuff in the house because we're not about to be able to do nothing. Mom, why would you say that? Blah, 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 blah. And then all of it, by March 30th of 2020, it was all a reality. And people was calling talking about, that's crazy because I remember you said that. I said, why do you always have to be the people that you have to wait to see it to believe it? As much as I used to like to be outside, love being outside, babe. Some of my favorite things to do. He said, sit down and sit inside and get used to being inside. Get used to not being all over the place. Get used to sitting in the house and not going outside. He was like, I don't see how you sit in the house all day. I said, God makes me one too, but he asked me to. But I didn't have to change much when 2020 came. I wasn't itching to get back outside because I hadn't been outside in a long time. I wasn't going as crazy as a lot of my friends. My lock journey has now corrected the shrinkage syndrome. Come on, auntie. Come on. Come on. That part. Can we talk about it? Ladies, did we talk about it not being no weave? Or the weave being too expensive to get? Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Did we talk about it? Can I ask y'all a question? How many of y'all started y'all locks? Auntie, this was another question. How many of y'all started y'all locks at some time of being here? Whether you was going to do it before or you just went ahead and did it like, you know what? Let me go on and get ahead of this. How many of y'all switched to and went on and got your locks or your natural hair since you've been here? You got rid of all the extra. You said 2020 November. Come on. 2 years ago. Me this year. Come on, Lauren, Kiva, Tisha. Miss Isia, Auntie, Cynthia, Isabel, Rika. You started yours in 2023. Okay. 3 years in February. Come on. 2 years. This is my confirmation. That's why I've been asking y'all. Okay. October 2020. Come on. Come on. You. Come on. You said I cut mine off, been bald a year. Oh, no. Mel, but it's a whole bunch of ones on YouTube. Started mine a year and a half ago, 2018. Come on. I was just wondering if y'all took note of that class. And now y'all know it's about to not really be that many all these hair products, but we didn't learn how to make our own gel out of seeds and avocado oil and all this stuff we didn't learn to make because ain't nothing about to be coming on them boats here in a little bit. And if it is, It could be God knows how many times higher. 2018. Okay. I did in my mind. It's crazy. Listen, and save a lot of money too, and do. So think about that. Even with that, God told us try to go as natural as possible. Stop wasting your money on all these wigs and all of this kind of stuff, and get your life together. Try to. We basically started living like minimalists. You said I DIY everything and do. But think about it though, right? Who feels like you've learned to live like a minimalist lives now? Our living is not about the extremes over here. Think about it. I don't have locks, but I keep my hair in 2-strand twists. Same thing. You feel like you live like a minimalist now? You said I had a wig collection, girl. I used to have one too. I'm not saying you gotta get locks. I'm just saying if you went to an alternative that is less expensive and you're not doing all of that extra and you need a few products to keep your hair together, look at what's happening now because most of those products are not made in America. I went to Walmart last night to buy a 10-pack bag of socks. $29? Auntie, what? Are you serious? She said she went to Walmart last night to buy socks in a 10-pound bag. A 10-pack bag of socks was $30, $29.97. Auntie, what kind of socks was they? I bought boxers for my son. A 5-pack was $21. Ankle socks was $30. And 5 packs of drawers was 20. What? I bought a pack of boxers for my son, a 5-pack, and it was $21. Oh my God. Hey, Mari. T-shirts and socks for boys are expensive now. What? I'm about to find the sock man on the streets. Is Will. Come on with my stuff. Where is you at? You said I used to use Love Knotless braids. They charging $300 to $400 now, right? For some braids that ain't even about to stand. Yes, I have a 14-year-old wearing men's stuff. Yes, socks are super expensive, especially for men. Interesting. $30 for 10 pairs of socks? $21 for a week's worth of drawers? And Sarah told us that did the peanut butter go down, Sarah? Oh! Sarah? Do you remember? Is Sarah still in here? Are you still here? Okay, there you go. You remember me telling you that God used to have me praying for a person named Sarah, and I was like, I don't know nobody named Sarah. Why was I going through my journal the other day and your name was written in my journal with 4 other names? And it was from 2013. I showed it to my cousin. I said, cousin, he used to have me praying for somebody from 2013. I used to be praying and the name Sarah would he had me praying for somebody named Sarah. And I wrote the name down in my journal and didn't know nobody named Sarah. And now I see a Sarah every day. 2013 to probably 2018. Nathan was born in 2013. And now you here, and so is he. Look at God. That's crazy. I showed my cousin yesterday. I said, do you see this? And you see today, you see my handwriting? I don't even write like this no more. And now I talk to Sarah every day almost. Do you hear me? I'll be in prayer in tongues and I'm like, I don't know nobody named Sarah. You want to know what's crazy though? 2014 is when I went to Florida for the first time. 2014 is when I went to Florida for the first time. So he was a year old probably around that time when I was getting over there. Yeah. It's crazy. Shoe Carnival was my mom's treasure for me, and I wore 13 to 14 since I was a teen. In shoe? Baby, my son, I think he only in a 10 and a half. Are you serious, Mari? Oh my God. A 13 to 14? How much did your shoes cost? Jesus. Oh, my 15-year-old is in a size 13. Are you serious? Baby, my baby got small feet. Dang, right. I think he might wear 11, 10 and a half. Dang. My oldest son wears a 14. My boy will be 14 next month. I told him he needs to calm down. Wow. Found a bag of men's 8-pack underwear that someone opened and resealed $8.64 regularly $19.97. Same with the socks, $11.97. Wow. Wow. My son is 10 and fits my shoes. See. God know what to do. Goodness gracious. How much do a pair of 14 size 14 shoes cost? My 12-year-old wears a 10. Interesting. My oldest wears a 14 and a half. What the hell is y'all feeding these kids? You said I feel her pain. I tell people I need to sponsor. My 14-year-old wears a size 12. Interesting. My grandson is 17, 6'3", and size 15 shoe. What is y'all feeding these kids? What are y'all feeding them? My sister's son is 15 and he's 6'5" and wears a 15. What is y'all feeding these kids? What is y'all feeding them? My kids' shoes are $150 and up. Oh God. I found my son some curries for $78. Baby. People don't understand the genetics and the DNA or darks. Listen, yeah, I do. I do understand. I know all about that. It's something. Goodness gracious. That's crazy. Right? I need to know so I don't feed my kid. Because, girl, 15, 13, 14, 15 size shoe. How big is... Girl. You said I've been practicing the eating less just for shoes. I'm trying to tell you. The fact that they said they was putting cardboard and paper in their shoes, that don't tell y'all nothing. That's crazy. Huh? Something's been going on. Something. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. So, but God told us to get shoes. He told us to get shoes. He told us to get waterproof boots. He told us to get a lot of that stuff. And that's why I'm grateful. All the men in my family were 12 through 16, and no one is shorter than 6'1". That's crazy. You've been a size 12 all your life. Interesting. Well, I must say, so if you got some boys, it might not be no shoes that they necessarily will like, but at that time, it's not gonna matter. Maybe going into the store where they thinking, oh, I would never wear that shoe, and go a couple sizes up, because if you ain't had no new shoes and you got holes in the other ones, you won't care that you got some shoes from maybe a store that ain't that amazing, or a name brand shoe. But in 2 years, if it ain't been no sneakers and yours is all done with, what you gonna do? Yeah, yeah. I just got mine hiking shoes, right? TikTok has a sale for men's hiking shoes right now. Okay. I mean, these things are gonna be important, y'all. They gonna be important. Going the next size up or next two sizes up. Majority of the apocalyptic movies, you see them looking for shoes, taking them off, and unalive people. Girl, come on, Queen, you paying attention? Always looking for some good shoes, and they do be taking them off the unalived people. Sure will. Hi. Sure will. You said they was doing that in Lord of the Rings, and they do it in the End of the World movies too. Cause ain't no trucks came, ain't no boats came. So what you gonna do if ain't none of that stuff moving around the country? Then you're gonna have to find it where it already is. You said it. My 1-year-old micrologs, and it's taking make my own products. I was doing it before my loss, though. Good job. Just let farmers market and prices go up $5 and $10. Pineapples. You remember they said the farmers market is giving you the grocery store stuff. Make sure it ain't one of them, and you could be buying more at the store right now. Yeah, yeah. So think about, this is why I keep saying, think about all of the stuff that God had us buy, y'all, that y'all thought was for absolutely nothing, or people were telling you, why are you buying that? And now you understand why you were buying that. You hear me? Now you understand why you were buying. Now you understand why God told you don't take that trip. Why God told you don't blow this money on a purse. All of the things that He told you is for now. Y'all know that, right? For the next 6 months to a year, and whatever it is, this whole we're going to have to hunker down and budget stuff is, He told you about it 3 years ago, so you could be ready, or 2 years ago. Or when I say that, I'm not saying that there weren't people preparing, but I'm saying if you came here and you started prepping while you were here, that's what I mean when I say that. I know that there was people prepping, because I didn't just start prepping when I got here. But when I say that, I mean as a group, when we got together, there were some people that were not prepping prior to. And now they've done what they needed to do. And God is showing us how important that is going to be here in a minute. You said my brother's still talking about the family trip for 25. Baby, folks is delirious, I'm telling you. So, for mamas that got ovens, if you don't have a dehydrator or air fryer that does dehydration, which a lot of these air fryers have a dehydration setting on them, you can go to the store, because during Thanksgiving week and all of that, all the vegetables and all of that stuff be on sale. Like all these, it's a lot of stores rolling back their prices to what they was in 22. Y'all remember? Y'all seen it? So, if you do have dehydrators, this is a very good week, okay, to pick up all of your fruits and vegetables, because you can dry oranges, you can dry apples, and people be giving away the bags of it and all of that kind of stuff. So You said conventional ovens have dehydrated settings. Okay. Well, how? I mean, because you can dehydrate however you gonna do it. I'm just saying, if you have the option to dehydrate, I would buy a lot of that stuff in this week, in this holiday season, because they mark everything down. My friend asked yesterday, was I going on a trip to Dubai in Tanzania? It's only $4,000. I said nope. I can use that for more prepping. Auntie, it is crazy that people are still planning trips. $4 grand. Do you realize how much survival stuff you could buy with? Like, I'm with you, or clothing, or firewood, or something to reinforce your front door. Like, okay, so bags of potatoes and all of that kind of stuff. If you have your dehydrator, it'd be a good idea to grab a lot of that stuff. Not overwhelming yourself to where it goes bad, but 50 pound of potatoes might only cost you $25 right now. You said, baby, the supplies I would have with that part, that part, that part, that part. I did put them buckets together, and I added a few extra things to the buckets. I told y'all I didn't want to take them all apart because it was gonna be a lot, but one of them is already dismantled. My lock journey has saved me $12,000. Are you serious, Auntie? That make me happy. So, um, think about this though. We bought a lot of things that are going to be so useful for the next 2 years. We did. Somebody just said they laid off the SpaceX folks. I've been seeing a lot of layoffs in this last week. A trip to the disaster preparedness store, that part. I've been seeing a lot of things, and these things are going to impact our economy greatly. If companies now, who was here in the beginning of the class when we went and looked up the things that were going on in the depression, if you took notes on that or screenshotted the different things that they said, you'll start to see them in the news. They're already there, but you should start to see them even more. God told us he was going to even the playing field, and money was going to not have all that value, so he told us to get the stuff that was valuable while money was still available. Right? And that's what we've been doing, little by little. Yeah. We're on strike right now. You good? What you do? Who on strike? What you do? That's crazy. Many people are losing their medical benefits. Did we talk about that, Isabel? Not being able to go to the doctor? You're a nurse. Interesting. Did we talk about that? People not being able to go to the doctor? Well, it's crazy. For the next 2 weeks, I'm meat prepping everything. Auntie, oh, I know. I believe it. Listen, Auntie, I got some peas and corn in there right now on the trays. Um, After them come off, I'm doing me some more potatoes and stuff. Uh, what else did I get? Some garlic for this round because I did some potatoes, but potatoes take so much because you gotta boil them and then let them cool and that whole thing. Put them in ice water, so it be a lot going on. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I have to. to make sure I got what I need. I got a mystery root at the pantry this week, and I found out it's called a malanga, and it's kind of like yucca, but I'm going to make it in the flour. That part, come on, yucca flour. Mm-hmm. And see, that's what I be thinking about. Potato. They got potato flour. They got corn meal and all of this kind of stuff. So we never know what we gonna have to do. Like, I'll show y'all. I showed y'all, but I'll show y'all. To some of my youngest that might not have seen it. And I just got the frozen vegetables. Y'all put me onto that. And I'm about to get, I'm not going to take all of my canned vegetables, but some of them. So, y'all see I did this. This is just sliced potatoes. But you can do a lot of it yourself too, so you're not wasting. So, y'all see, I had peeled them and sliced them, and you don't even got to peel them, just wash them. And you can dehydrate them. So, all I got to do is put this in some cold water or some hot water, and I can either make some fried potatoes, mashed potatoes, whatever kind of, dry them, rehydrate them, and then make, home fries or whatever else. You have to parboil them, and then you dehydrate them. Ooh. And so they got to be hard like that. But then all I'm going to do is pour me some water on them. Listen, I had to get back on it, nephew, because I got some peas and corn in there right now. I'm not. Because I be working and don't be working. You know what I'm saying? But these was cubed, kind of like cubed. They didn't take that long either. You see what I'm saying? Hey, pumpkin. So, and I got 4 bags out of probably maybe 5 pounds of potatoes. But of course, I won't have to use all of them. So, this is filled up to about right there. This is probably a little bit full, but it's a couple pounds, probably a couple pounds of potatoes in this bag. You know what I mean? Maybe 3 pounds of potatoes in this, well, maybe 2.5 pounds in this bag. And maybe, I don't know, because these are sliced. And one potato normally weigh about half a pound or a pound or something like that, because depending on the potatoes you get. Here we go. Your life contains things that may make people uncomfortable and has been restricted. Whatever. So, now I can't talk about dehydrating food. Seriously, people are weird. I'm sending you a Mylar bag sealer. Are you using oxygen absorbers? I do have a couple in there, Auntie. What is a Mylar sealer? Is that the same thing as, is it different from the heat press thing? I just did these, so I didn't finish because I'm about to do it all at once and do it. But I don't have a Mylar sealer. I have the regular heat seal one, like to my vacuum sealer. Yeah. I got a is there a different one that I need? Because I got the one that seal my bags. Okay. 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 Well, I was just showing y'all. Just showing y'all these. So that way you can. Okay. Okay, thank you, Auntie. Okay. So that we know. Okay. Okay. Okay, y'all. Listen. Okay. What I'm saying is, while the vegetables are cheap, you need to get as many of them as you can. Okay? And even if you got a freezer or deep freezer where you got to just parboil them or whatever you're going to do until you can get to dehydrate them, do that, freeze them, and then while you're able to dehydrate, you can go back and dehydrate or can whatever you have. But I'm saying right now, while all of this stuff is rolled back, go get it and try to prep it some kind of way. Put it in the freezer or whatever, because a lot of stuff you can blanch it and put it up and it's good. So boom, then you can go and refrigerate it, the potatoes and onions or whatever as you need to while they're still cheap. You see what I'm saying? That was the reason for me showing y'all this. Y'all got me? Okay. You can use both. It's really people's preference, because as long as you keep the other ones in a dark place, they say these last longer. But people been buying what you call them potatoes, scallop potatoes. They don't got no oxygen absorber in there, and that's all that these is scallop potatoes. And them, your grandma will use them from 1929, and they still turn out the same way, because they said dried potatoes can be good for years and years and years sitting on the counter. So I'm not saying don't. I'm saying, but there are certain things, because you got to think, our parents didn't have no oxygen absorbers and all of that back in the day. How they make them after they boiled them potatoes, and we seen all the jars, they had to do something. They sucked the air out some kind of way. So I'm just saying, if you can't, there's other things that some stuff it don't have to have nothing, and it'll, as long as you got it in an airtight jar, it'll be okay. Yeah. So I'm not saying don't get them, because they are very good, but also they stored bell peppers and stuff back then, so we gotta figure out, you know, if it was lemon juice or what. Oh girl. I'm saying, if you can get the oxygen absorbers, definitely get them. Definitely buy them, because they do definitely extend the life. But if you can't, don't freak out. Just go look at some videos and stuff so you can get it together, because we gotta have something. We gotta have something. You gotta have shelf stable food, y'all. It's not even a joke anymore. You have to have it. You have to. You see what I mean? You have to have it. So that's why I asked y'all to go looking at this, go back and look at the depression stuff again, and look and see if it's what's happening over here, which we already know it is. We already know that that's what's going on. So, and you see, I can talk about anything else. I was trying to figure out what to do with the 20 pounds of nuts I got from the pantry. Y'all gave me an idea to make almond flour. Yeah. Auntie, you gotta think, people use like nuts to crush their meat and all kind of stuff. Is there a walnut oil you can make? I've been trying to find, oh, because I made me some more of that stuff with the what you call it, with the avocados. I made some more. I remember I told y'all about the avocados. You said you can make almond milk. She said you can make almond milk with them too. Oh yeah. Yeah. Also, y'all, if you don't have a freeze dryer, I added to the list on Amazon lemon powder. It ain't nothing but dehydrated lemons crunched up into, or freeze dried lemons crunched up into a powder, everything. They got strawberry powder and blueberry powder too, y'all. Okay. So I thought about, say for instance, there's no fresh strawberries, there's no fresh blueberries. Or when kids get sick, you can give them lemon and honey or whatever it is. Well, at least if you have either powdered lemons, or powdered blueberry or whatever, you can make a little lemon bread with it. You can make a strawberry bread. You can make a blueberry bread. Lime also, okay. Powdered lime. But I'm saying, like, if you have to end up trying to make just a loaf of bread, you could just put a little bit of that in there just to give it the twang of a strawberry, or the twang, right, of a fruit bread, even though it might not be no fresh fruit. You see what I'm saying? Or maybe sprinkle a little bit of that in a plain oatmeal, just a little bit, because you're going to want these things to last. I just vacuum sealed the walnuts for the nut meat. Okay. Oh, that's a good idea, Auntie. Sis. Auntie, you heard that? Queen done got to you, didn't she? She got over there to you, did she? I know she did. We got another one using nuts for meat. Well, at least they creative, Dad. They creative. That's creative. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It tastes good. Okay. Well, listen, I'm not knocking nobody. I'm not. Another thing that I'm gonna do. What? It be cracking me up. I know. Listen, y'all be cracking me up. Another thing I'm about to do is make me some chili. So far, I've been using the walnuts and banana bread. Maybe I can do candy nuts. Yep. Oh, yeah, Auntie. I'll send you a couple of dollars for some. If you candy them, I will send you a couple of dollars for some. If you want to send me a pound, figure out how much you charge them. Will. Yep. Look, Isabel said her too. So if it's something you want to do, I'll send you some change for my pound. Yeah, you said walnuts, lentils, and mushrooms mix is a good meat replacement. Well, I don't know. Everybody said me 3. Hold up. Wait a minute. Auntie. Look. You know how the little kids do you like this? Auntie, just look at me. No, don't look over there. Auntie. Auntie, if you want to do some candied walnuts, Auntie, don't look at them. Don't look at them, Auntie. Just look at me. Y'all know how the kids be doing y'all like that? They be like, no, look at me. No, Mommy, look at me. I'm looking at you, Daddy. Y'all boil a can of sweetened condensed milk for 3 hours to make your own caramel. And to make candy with that and the walnuts. Ooh, that sounds good, too. Mm-hmm. See, there we go, talking about food again. Well, we've been talking about food, but now we're getting into the stuff. We've been talking about having food, and look. Yep, it's going to happen at the WOINU. It is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's about to happen. Because now I'm thinking about snacks. Excuse me. Oh! I want to show y'all something. And I'm going to throw it out now. The only reason I didn't throw it out is because I wanted y'all to see it, because I almost did. Y'all want to see something crazy? And I would have never seen it if I didn't come in here and just start going through my books. I just found this the other day. Right? So this is a very old book. Y'all want to know what's in this old book? Is it this one or the... Oh, no. I won't touch it. Y'all see what that is? only that, when I looked on another page, it was a little news clipping about somebody dying. I said, oh, hell no. So that hair is going in the trash. I'm not going to touch it. But the thing is in here too. I said, there it is. So I'm going to say this is they hair. Please check these books for y'all. Be sending them to me. Oh, no, I didn't even look at that. Because once I saw that hair, I said, oh, I'm going to keep that for the class. But that's going in the trash, baby, as soon as I show them. I don't play with stuff like that. I don't play with stuff like that. And the person that bought the book for me probably didn't even know it was in there. But baby, just in case it wasn't a good person sitting, it don't matter. It's going to stop at the door. But that can't stay in there. I won't be able to tell y'all until after I take that hair out. Because I didn't even touch the page after that. So after I take it out, I'll take a picture of what was on that page. But while that is going on, that's going in the trash. Energy be tied to stuff like that. Energy be tied to stuff like that. The way you just gas, baby. I'm not touching that. It's going to the garbage. And if I would have never came through here and went through these books, I didn't get a chance to go through all of them, but that's why I've been taking my time, because I'm going to go through all my books, look at them. I've just been touching them and coming in here and reading and doing my thing. But yeah, babe, I don't play that kind of stuff. I said, oh. And y'all got to think about what I do. Nah, that ain't even, that's a different type of hair. It's the kind that lay down and get real slick when it get wet. That kind. You said it might be some good news inside there, but the hair. I'm not throwing the book away. I'm throwing the hair away. I'm not throwing the book away. That's why the book is still there. I'm throwing the hair in the book away. I know how to look at the page number before I throw the hair away. But I won't be keeping anybody else's hair in my house. And that book is old too. Ain't no telling what. People be witches and putting, I mean, come on now, y'all. Holy Ghost can protect me, but I ain't about to keep it in here. My hair ain't never done that, not even with Jill. Hilarious, auntie, that part. Listen, you got me. You already know what's going on over here. So with that, check y'all old books when y'all be buying them. Check y'all old books. Make sure y'all checking them. Okay? Y'all hear me? Yeah. Check y'all old books. CERCA works with God, but fantasy Sam God, so things advance. Listen, check y'all old books. And if you ain't looked in them and you just picked it up, this might be a good time to go through them. Not saying that the person that sent me that book had any whatever, because I know that they did it, but if you don't know. You said what? What are you talking about? I know when people die, people cut their hair and put it in a Bible. I don't. Maybe in a box, but not in a book. or in the Bible. But I know people do that. They put their flowers in there and all of that kind of stuff. I'm doing that tonight when I get home, especially them Bibles I bought. Yeah. Yeah. I can't knock nobody for what they do, but I don't want nobody here in my house but my own and my kids. Why would I have to leave somebody's hair there? And spirits be attached to stuff too? Mm-mm. That's DNA. No, thank you. So anyway, I didn't want nothing. I figured I'd get on here and talk to y'all so y'all know I'm all right, which y'all should have known from the post. Because I was posting. So just know that I might be on, but probably not as much as I used to. Because God didn't have y'all send me all of these books. Oh, I love you, Auntie Judy. God didn't have y'all send me all these books for nothing. There's information in here that we need, and if I'm too busy, I can't get to it. So we'll still be having class, but it probably just won't be as frequent and or for as long. So maybe an hour, like we've been on here 3 hours. That's only because whatever. But also, I wanted y'all to see how much of this stuff is happening, and I know y'all seeing it too. But just to reiterate, please do not slack on getting your stuff done. And while they are rolling these prices back, I always check my books. People leave random bookmarkers in them. I just shake the book out and pray over it and move on. Right, Auntie, but it was hair in there. And you know folks be using books for other stuff, you know? So, especially with the old ones, you know? There ain't no telling. They be removing the back thing and putting signs and symbols in that back paper and then gluing that back on there. You know, you never know what you get. Excuse me. But it's good to shake them out. Exactly what Auntie said. Because, you don't know what you're bringing home. And that's even with a new book. But I'm just saying, it's just always good to check. So, anyway, like I was saying, this week, they're doing Thanksgiving giveaways and stuff like that. So the canned goods and stuff that they giving out, I'll be signing up for all the Thanksgiving from the school. I don't care if y'all just giving out canned goods and some, maybe no meat, maybe a canned ham or something. That's gonna work out. Yeah, thank you, nephew. I feel it too, cause it feels good to be busy. Not that I don't be busy, but busy in a different way. I put them buckets together and I added some things in those buckets that I'm going to send out. The 3 that we have, they're fully loaded. They got toothbrushes, toothpaste, miniatures, 3 different like meal ideas for hard times, and the emergency blankets and some other stuff that I had put in there. So I was looking for foldable timberline, chart book of Revelation or Everside. I only saw the wall art. Interesting. CERCA told us in the beginning that it would be times that she would be away and keep reading and journaling. I know you're going to be all right. You deserve a break. Thank you, Pumpkin. That's the thing. That's a part of it, too. Because I don't want y'all to feel like y'all can only get it from me. And I know a lot of y'all don't, but some of y'all might. And one of the things that I feel like I have stressed here is that God is going to take me away at some point in time. And I need you all to know how to get the information for yourself. You said I've been picking up free turkeys. That part, Auntie? It's very important for me that y'all get the information for yourselves. Okay? The foldable timberline. You talking about the green one, Auntie? Our green one? It's in the book. What is that book? Dispensational Truth. Dispensational Truth, Auntie. If you went and bought that book, Dispensational Truth, one of y'all sent it to me. One of y'all sent me that dispensational book, truth book. It's in there. It's got all of them in there. They got Daniel in there. It's all of them. That brown book that somebody sent me, yeah, it's called Dispensational Truth. Now, to those of you, did y'all look at the statue of Nimrod? Did y'all see what's on the base of his statue? You welcome. Did y'all see what's on the base of his statue? It made me feel like we was watching the Ninth Gate. You saw it? See how little it is? So if you watch the Ninth Gate, you'll know what we talk about, how the whole little get up went. If you go back and look in that book and look at that picture, you're going to see something on that statue of Nimrod. I have that book. It's a real slap in the face. Uh-oh. Yeah, Auntie. But when you go back and look at it, Auntie, look at the statue that they always showing you, like in Daniel and whatever. Look at the base of the statue. Crazy. Right there in your face. I said, oh. You saw it, Isabel? You know what? Don't say what it is. You know what it is, though. You seen it? I said, oh. So if you have that book, Dispensational Truth, go look at like Revelation, the map of Revelations. The map of Revelations, or even on that post that I did. You said, let me go pull it out. Auntie, well, we gonna wait. Because I want to, if you got it, I want y'all to tell me what y'all see under the statue of Nimrod at the base of it. That looks like the Tony, is it the Tony Award or the Golden Globe? You know how they got the base of their statue, they trophies they be having? And they got that round part on it. Look at that part real quick. Real quick. I said, wait a minute. I do not want to do these onions because I know they going to have my house reeking, boy. They going to smell like she musty for a minute and ain't even musty. But that onion, when you dehydrated, baby, have everything in your house smell like onion. Strong onion, too. I'm going to just go on and show y'all. For those of you that don't have the book, I ain't going to make y'all wait. Now, if Auntie done found it, I'll wait until she found it or the people that got the book found it. The book is by Clarence Larkin. Like a lark. Y'all know I showed my mama this, right? She started laughing. I said, Mama, but let me show you something. I showed her this side first. I I said, look. She said, well, what is that? I said, it's an emotional thing. Emotions. And she started laughing at the face. I said, but wait. I guess these are the two emotions I got. And I turned it around. She said, and just started cracking up. I said, there's no happy face on here. There's no happy face. It's just grouchy and grouchier. You hear me? She was too tickled. I said, Mama, this is funny. Listen, grouchy and grouchy, yes. You feel it? Yes, because there's no happy face. It ain't a happy face on here nowhere. I just told her about this one. She was tickled. Do you hear me? I said that I get this from you. This is my mama's attitude right here. This and the other one. I get it from her. So know that people think I'm mean because of you. I told her that today. I said they think I'm you junior. So just know that. Just know. You said you can also get it through. Okay, you missed the. I already told you we ain't doing all that. Folks gonna find it where they find it at. They gonna find it where they find it at. We are on a mission of you're gonna have to find it. I'm only giving out the information. We ain't telling nobody where to go buy it. We not. If me telling y'all that a lot of these ministers put cloves, water, and cinnamon pills in orange. Okay. All right. Now, I used to do that when I lived in Arizona. Not the cloves, but I put the onions and the cinnamon and the orange in there as a potpourri thing in my house while I was cleaning up because all the Spanish ladies used to do it. And their house used to smell so good. So, and they would just keep reusing the same one and putting more cinnamon and like everyday fresh like lemons or limes or whatever, and they would sprinkle the cinnamon and just let it boil throughout the house. And baby, I was using that about 18. Hey. Yeah, they sure did. I learned that from them. I mean, my mama used to do stuff like that with potpourri, but they used to do it with the fresh fruit. That's how, oh, okay. That's how you do that then. Got it. Really? I didn't know that. I ain't, them ain't my kind of thing, you know. I can't eat them, girl. Now I need some bacon. But that part of it, you got to leave me out of it. Leave me out. Please. My family gonna smash them. Oh, where are you? There you are. Oh, where are you? Okay, now I need to do this without messing up the fold in my book. I don't know if it's gonna blow it up for y'all or not, Dad. I don't want to rip my book. Which side is it? This side. Can y'all see what's on the bottom of the image of the beast? Y'all see it right there? What's on the bottom of that statue? Hold on, y'all. At the bottom of the statue, baby. At the bottom of the statue, at the base of the statue, you see it? It says image of the beast. There's a whole statue right there. At the bottom of the statue. Triple six. Yeah. I said, oh, that's interesting. Very, very, very. You okay, Queen. It's on page 133. You said, huh? What'd you say, Marty? So the beast is from the safari? Isn't from the safari? What you mean? I'm going to tell you the name. It's Dispensational Truth. Now, of course, you can't go by all of what they say because they got the church being raptured out before the tribulation starts, but you know that's not a thing. Excuse me. So, some of it you got to kind of, because mind you, they're going off of how they taught it to be. Dispensational truth, y'all. And you always know you can go back and rewatch. Dispensational truth. I love y'all. Dispensational Truth is the name of the book. By Clarence Larkin. Right. How did you see that? My book has smaller print, very good eyes. Girl, the most would think that that's something that looks beastly or, right, not human eyes, right. Oh, I get what you're saying now. It's not a lion or something like that. Got it. Yeah. Well, it's going to be this one man. Remember when I told y'all when they was knocking down all of the Confederate statues and different statues, I said they're going to replace them with something? Is this the 19th? I don't know, Auntie. Yeah. 1918 enlarged and revised edition. Excuse me, 1920. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 1920. Oh my God! Oh my God! Auntie! 100 years. Oh my God! "2020 was 100 years from when he published that book. And I told y'all that God told me, I showed y'all the video where God told me in 2020, we wasn't going to be able to go wherever we wanted to go. A whole bunch of, and that was going to be the beginning of the 42 months or whatever it was. He told, remember I told y'all, that book is 100 years from 2020. Exactly. Which was the beginning, if we going by how God says, of the tribulation. Because Project 2025 is the New World Order. The New World Order had to come out after the second half, well, when in the beginning or during the time of the second half of the tribulation. Think about it. The math is mathing. Because I don't know if y'all was in here earlier, but God had me looking up numbers, 47, and then he told me 20 plus 27 is 47, 2027. But 47 means creation, completion, divine completion, and perfection. Divine completion would be God destroying this earth. Divine completion, the world is ending. God said the world. I'm like, oh my God. Hold on. I think the war that we read about in what's the name was a 47-year war. And he said the last week of years, and a week of years, remember we studied about a week of years, a week of months, and it's in this book too, the dispensational truth. A week of years is 7 years. No, Trump is not the Antichrist. No. Is he helping him? Yes. Yes. But he's not the Antichrist, y'all. The Antichrist has to live in order to make people think that he's Jesus. He's going to have to do the things that Jesus did. This is how he's going to deceive the world into thinking that he's Christ. Trump is a politician. That's something different. The Antichrist, they found him in what? March, April of 2022. His name is Yanuka Rav something. He got to come from where Jesus came from. Remember we read that. You said they got to build the temple. The temple is already... Do you know why Trump was crowned the Prince of Peace? Y'all do realize the 3 temples were finished in 2020. For the one world government, they were the one world religion, Islam, their 3 temples have already been built. They finished them all in 2020. What temple? There's 3 temples sitting right in a space. That's why Trump got his face on a coin. Because he gave them we watched the video on here. If you count 1,260 days from January 1st, and I'm not saying that's the exact date, but if you count 1,260 days from January the 1st, it was June 14th of 2023. Up until that point, pretty much everybody was living good. Food was, you could do whatever you want, go wherever you want, travel, blah, 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 blow money, whatever. After that date is when all the food started going up. Everything started being real crazy, real expensive. And it's been on a decline ever since. Well, 1,260 days is 3.5 years. I just found some more long-range walkie-talkies from my book. I need an intervention. Uh-oh. Oh, looking for me. Uh-oh, auntie. Yeah. Yeah, well, you never know. You might be building a network and don't even know it. Who's to say? You might have to end up giving those to some of your neighbors because y'all have to do some kind of thing to protect y'all block. You never know. Yeah. Because 20 to 2027 is 7 years. The second 3.5 years, now they say the New World Order is here. If the second half of the tribulation started in June of 2023, And now we're going into the beginning of 2025, and they're saying that the New World Order is here. What would y'all say it is? The New World Order was going to come out in the second half of the tribulation. That's when the Antichrist was going to be able to rule and rule over the food, and it was going to be economic crash and all of that, war and all of that. So where we at? Where we at? Is food not going bad? Are they not saying that food is getting shorter and shorter? Or they said we in a worldwide food shortage, right? All of the places where these floods was and different places like that, there was cornfields all around the world, and there's different produce that comes from these places that we won't get. If next year everything is about to go up, it's going to be harder to buy food. Is that not the famine that God talked about? People not having enough food to eat? And if there's no food to eat, what good is diamonds and rubies and gold if there's no food? You think people gonna be worried about buying gold next year if they can barely afford to buy food? Huh? Hello? You buying stocks, but it ain't no bread. You buying stocks, but it ain't no meat. I'm saying, do y'all think people gonna be worried about buying that stuff next year if it ain't no food in the store? Probably not. So what's happening? The word came true again when it said a piece of bread it was going to be worth more than rare jewels and gold and silver. Because what good is diamonds and gold and silver and ain't no bread? Ain't no meat, ain't no milk, ain't no eggs, ain't no pork chops. What good is having gold gonna do? You can't eat it. So that means next year, food could be more valuable than gold, diamonds, platinum, silver, and rubies and emeralds and everything else. Just next year, just in the next 4 months. What good is having $1 million in the stock market and you can't buy nothing with it? We just read about it in the Depression that the stock market crashed, 11,000 banks went under, and there was no meat and no milk. And people were jumping off of the highest thing that they could because all their money was gone. So do you think you should be trying to stack money, or do you think you should be getting money, the things that money can buy right now, which is food and stuff, the things that are going to be scarce just like it was in the Great Depression? What do you think is going to be more valuable? Red bottoms or red beans? Guarantee you red beans will be more valuable than red bottoms, probably by the end of next year. You think off-white is going to be more valuable, or white northern beans will be more valuable? A off-white sweatsuit or some Great Northern beans? A Bugatti or bags of rice? Yeast or Yeezys? Which one you think is going to be more valuable? Right. You said basmati or Bugatti. You said it. Basmati or Bugatti? Yeast or Yeezy? Which one you think? Pork and beans or Martin Jacobs? Mm-hmm. So the word next year, it's already becoming fact, but the word next year could pop up off the page again very soon. That a piece of bread will be worth more than rubies and diamonds, or rare jewels, or gold and silver. You said this really crazy. Oh, did you hear about the thousands of immigrants coming to the border? Yeah. Did you hear Mexico say if they deport Spanish people back to Mexico, they deporting 2 million Americans? Did y'all see that? They said, "Oh, you ain't the only one that can send people home because we got y'all people over here living on our streets too, and making prices rise and coming over here trying to treat people crazy. So don't worry about it. We got some people we sending back to y'all side too." Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And seeing as how our economy is about to crash, and since we've alienated all of the immigrants, you think they gonna let us come over there? Biden brought 309,000 Haitians here on work visas, and they made our economy better because they was working, and they had to pay for where they lived, and they had to spend tax money to buy whatever they was gonna buy, whether the government gave them some money or not. At some point in time, they had to work, and they had to pay rent, which kept the American economy going. But now ain't nobody about to be working. And think about this now. They shutting down all these businesses. Who gonna get our fruit to us? Who gonna get our potatoes to us? Who? How many of y'all about to go work in the field picking strawberries on your hands and knees for 10 hours straight? You about to dig and be digging in worms and stuff to get potatoes out the ground? You gonna do that? For 12 hours straight? For $9 and $7 an hour? Show me with a raise of hands. I'm ready. Don't all say it at once now. You have to be out in the apple orchard picking for 12 hours? Worrying about the worms. Sometimes they crawl out the apples. Raise your hand now. I'm just seeing who ready. Because if they ain't here to work, who gonna do it? How you gonna get your corn? How you gonna get your oranges? How you gonna get your mangoes and stuff? How you gonna get it? And then, did y'all see that Mexico was talking about imposing tariffs on America? I said, Jesus. Y'all saw that? Mexico said if they try to impose tariffs on them or whatever, they gonna impose tariffs on us. All of our fruit and vegetables come from Mexico. We got chicken and stuff that come from Mexico. So if they put tariffs on the stuff from Mexico, baby, we're not getting nothing. Not on, baby, listen. I'd rather grow my own. Gonna have to get over my arachnophobia. You did see it? You definitely seen that? Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. So look up how many of our vegetables. Can we do it real quick? Look up how many of our vegetables and stuff come from Mexico. What things does America import from Mexico? What do we import from Mexico? They are harvesting right now where I am, and all the workers are Spanish. Come on. Avocados come from Mexico. Where else? Yep, there's a lot of other stuff. Avocados from Mexico. And well, what everybody's saying avocados. What else? It's more than avocados, right? You said Trump imposed major tariffs on China and 56 malls and stores. 5,600 malls and stores closed. Oh, yeah. Strawberries. What else we get? Avocados, cucumbers, strawberries, melons. What else? Cabbage. Auto parts. Fresh bell peppers, cucumbers, squash, and snap beans. Tamarindo. Meat. Pineapples. Oranges, pears, and apples. Interesting. Cars from Mexico. Appliances come from Mexico. Vehicles, rice, dairy products, limes, pineapples, oranges, pears, and apples. Wheat comes. Medical instruments come from Mexico. Audio components, oil, and gas come from Mexico. Interesting. Interesting. You said the U.S. goods imports from Mexico totaled $454.8 billion in 22. Construction workers, right? Tequila. Do you buy any of those things that beans and all types of beans? Okay. Do you guys buy any of those things that we just listed that we get from Mexico? Anybody buy any of those things? Vanilla. Anybody buy gas? Anybody buy appliances? Anybody buy any of those fruits or vegetables we just named? In 2023, the U.S. imported, $475 billion in merchandise from Mexico. Okay. Well. So if they put tariffs on us, how much is all of that getting ready to go up? And it's stuff we need to survive because we don't grow our own stuff here. So what's that going to create? What's that about to create? We get food and stuff from China and the places too. Meat, chicken comes from China. All kind of stuff comes from China. All of that bullying is about to backfire. Is hysteria, hunger, hunger. America about to catch it. What they say, hit them in the pocket. They definitely did. Ain't that interesting though that we just be talking crazy and are really not a self-sustaining country? U.S. imports more from Mexico than China, it says. Oh, beef comes from Argentina. Okay. Well, ain't he trying to stop all the people from them countries coming? So you think if you treat them bad that we gonna still be able to get their goods? Where they do that at? Where they do that at? You gonna let people keep coming and picking up stuff from your house that treat your kids bad? And just keep giving them everything that you got that's sustaining you? Is you gonna do that? You said just imagine Popeye's shortage of chicken sandwich times 100. That part. So who understands how Bill Gates fake food is about to make a huge make a big, it's gonna make a big difference. Huh? Y'all see where his food about to come into play now? Y'all see it? We have never been a self-sustaining country. Make who great? That part. Do you hear me where his food is about to come in at? Y'all see, they just released it and let us know it's been going on, but let us know what a year or so ago that appeal and all of that was there. Well, all of the real food that we normally get, we're not going to be able to get it. What will be left? What will be left? You said like the food. I need to watch The Matrix. I promise. I have not ever watched that movie all the way through. I think I came in on parts where people watch it. I need to watch it. Yeah. Fake food. Right. You said Bill Gates is the horseman of famine. Yeah, because fake food is not real food. So then is there any food? You said soy and green. Uh-oh. Is it? Is it? If it's fake food made out of cancer cells, and is it real food? So then that would be what? Famine, right? If there's no real food, then what is there? It's famine. There's no real food. Okay. Well, if we stop getting food from other countries, that you would have to eat that. I saw a big bag of lemons with no seeds. Interesting, and that's crazy because my auntie who's in the army told me yesterday or the day before when I talked to her, because I was asking her how to pack my rucksack. She said, "I have you realized how? Mind you, she's like 60. Have you realized how much food don't have seeds in it?" I said, "Have you realized how much infertility we have right now?" If you eat sterile things, you become sterile. You can't grow anything out of that. And God said, all the things that I made are seed bearing so that it can reproduce itself. So I've been buying fruit like lemons. Uh-huh. Oh, I know. You said people would become barbaric. Well, y'all, in a minute, we're not going to be able to go outside. You need to try to get as much hydroponics and stuff like that in your house as you can. Why do people think that growing food outside is going to be okay? People are just going to come and take your food. If you got a garage or a basement, instead of having that amazing TV room, it needs to be a market. You're not just going to be able to grow big old tomatoes and stuff outside and people are starving. You think you're just going to be able to... They can wake up and all your produce be gone. Like, for real, if they snatch the whole plant out the ground. You said in Kentucky you let people eat from your garden, good. But here in a minute, I mean... It's not going to even be safe to have your food outside. I kind of understand that messing with these crazy animals took all my food. What you mean? Oh, you said you kind of, because the animals, right. You're not only going to have to worry about people, you're going to have to worry about animals too. Hungry animals, because it ain't no feed. It ain't no, yeah. You said you can root the stems on some fruit trees. Okay. Well, all I'm saying is you need to prepare, because people are preparing like, oh, you're just going to be able to, oh, okay. The fruit market tried to get me for $6.99 a pound for seeded watermelon. I told the cashier to keep it and walked out the door laughing. That part. But for a seeded watermelon, a pound? Look at what they doing though. $6.99 a pound and a watermelon can be 10 pounds for seeds. And a watermelon can weigh 10 or 20 pounds. They got 20-pound watermelons. $6.99. Listen. Well, Aldi's is rolling back they stuff for Thanksgiving, so you better go get all the potatoes and stuff you can. I paid $13 for a seeded watermelon. Interesting. Well, they feel bad. They feed already bad. I trust local places for my chicken feed. All I'm gonna say, y'all, is hopefully all the stuff we learned here is making sense. If you've been BSing about getting your stuff done, I suggest you stop. That was crazy. I'm still laughing in my head. The watermelon was a small 3-pounder. Found someone else to get over on. Which is sad because they know you're going to keep them seeds. You know? Did y'all go watch Michael Clayton? Did any of y'all get a chance to go watch it? Okay. I got a seeded watermelon every summer and collected the seeds and grapes also. Yep. I got me a little stash in the kitchen with onion bottoms, and it's a sweet potato sitting there sprouting, a couple different things just in case. So, you have seeds. Good job. Did y'all go watch the Michael Clayton? Anybody? I'm about to get off here too. I'm gonna go. Mm-hmm. You did? Did y'all see anything interesting? One Love sent me some yellow watermelon, orange watermelon, and red watermelon seeds. It had me clutching my pearls. That part. I gotta go blow my nose, y'all. Hold on, my allergies. I didn't take no honey before I went to sleep last night. Thank you, Auntie Lisa, because I be using that honey like medicine. I gotta remember to keep some moisture in my room because I be having this heat on like 70 something, and it be drying my nasal passages out at nighttime because I sleep with my mouth open. Anybody else been waking up with dry nasal passages? I'm like, this is stupid. Wake up thirsty as heck in the middle of the night. Thirsty as heck. I'll be like, I woke up this morning, my throat was so dry. I said, no. I bought the globe grapes because they were only grapes, but they were seeded. Yeah. I've been having to put a little bit extra. I just use my little miniature air conditioner things that we got. I just put water in it. I don't even put ice in there. I just put water in it and let it go in my room so that it's putting that moisture out in the air. Because, baby, listen, waking up with a dry throat is not a thing. So, I absolutely love y'all. I'm about to go. I'm about to go check on my peas. Matter of fact, let me go see what they doing. All right, I'm about to go so I can finish getting all my stuff together. So, I just went and got some frozen peas out the bag. I got some frozen peas out the bag, and I got some frozen corn out the bag, right? And put it on my dehydrator. Can y'all see what it's doing? Hey, Rika. And I just put this on right as we started. And it's already done dehydrated it. They already almost hard. So in 3 hours, a little over 3 hours, they said 4 to 8. So these almost done in all the trays. It's corn, peas, corn, peas, corn, peas. 10 trays. Yeah. So then this is just what they put in our noodles. Dehydrated cabbage and all of that. That's what be in that cup of noodles at the bottom of it. It be all of these dehydrated vegetables and some seasoning. Well, there we go. Especially for you, Pumpkin, this would be a good idea because then you can make, all you got to do is rehydrate it and make baby food. And it ain't nothing but the vegetable, right? So if you do carrots and stuff like that, make sure you get how you're supposed to prep it. Here go your baby food right here. Sweet potatoes, you can dehydrate those. All the foods that would be baby food. It sure is. I put all my dehydrated veggies inside my ramen noodles. Exactly. Yep. So, bag frozen fruit, if you don't want to be doing all that. They said you can dehydrate corn, canned stuff too. Because all that stuff is going to go. That's why we was just looking up what ain't about to be here. You can dehydrate fruit, which is going to be good for fiber. Like dehydrate all your, dry out all your vegetables. I need to hit the Asian market for some rice noodles, right? But you got to think, because fiber is a thing, right? So all the fruits and vegetables that are high in fiber and stuff like that, those will be the things you'll want to be dehydrating. I dehydrated canned corn and green beans. Come on, I'm on it, girl. I'm on it. I'm thinking all of my older cans. The only reason I don't want to get rid of all of my cans is because of the water in there. Man, I didn't even think about dehydrating cabbage. Right, auntie? Yeah, cabbage. What I was doing cabbage, onions, and carrots. Cabbage, onion, and carrots. When I was doing this in 2020, I was doing a lot of cabbage, onions, and carrots for like a cabbage soup or a vegetable soup, You said I dehydrate fruit, peppers, mushrooms, you name it, right? Right? But I'm just saying, we're not thinking about all of these things that are going to be gone. Right? Can them too. See, I don't can. For the people that can, y'all know, I don't know how to can. I'm too scared to deal with all the pressure stuff, so I dehydrate everything. Even leftovers. I saw someone doing that with soups. Girl, I'm about to. Chili is my, look, I just got my things today. Not today. I got them sometime this week. Let me show y'all. I just showed my mama this morning. And like I said, I added some stuff to the list, y'all. Make sure y'all go get those. Like they got a pound of blueberry powder for like $20. It ain't cheap, like $27. Yeah, that's what's in your noodles. In your cup of noodles is the cabbage. That's what be in a cup of noodles. It be cabbage, corn, and carrots. Yeah. And little baby, I just got these because I didn't have these. I had the round ones, but I've been using my big dehydrator. I'm about to make me a big old pot of chili without the meat in it. It's going to have everything except for the meat and pour it right on here. And I'm going to make it a hearty bean. Like it's going to have a lot of beans, the tomatoes, and all of that. Season it up real good. And I'm about to pour my chili on here and dehydrate it. So if it ain't no meat, it don't matter. I got a good hearty chili that I can eat. You know what I'm saying? This is for your milk. You can do potato soup, corn chowder, all of that. Right? But think about it. If it's hard to get vegetables, how you gonna make chili? You need some oxygen packets when you store it so it doesn't mold. Yes. Go online. Yeah, exactly. Right. With protein. Exactly. Yeah. And then all you gotta do is boil the water and throw it in there and it rehydrates into yes, auntie, they silicone trays. Yep. And you just pour your liquids on there. You could do eggs if you want to do your own dehydrated eggs, powdered eggs. Yeah, but no, we're not doing freezer. No. We're not doing freezer because it's not going to be any electricity. We're only doing shelf-stable food. That's what we're getting ready for when it's no electricity, no refrigeration. Yeah, we're preparing for no refrigeration. You looking into a freezer, they so expensive too, I know. I can't, so I gotta go the dehydrated way. Some people go the canning way. Everybody got their own way that they gonna store it. I don't really do pressure and stuff like that. But you can do your own powdered milk. You can do your own powdered eggs. I found a box of oxygen sensors when I was looking for the book. Auntie. Girl, just go and start your survival store. You might as well. Or put it up, auntie, for after everything really start kicking off, and that can be some of your bartering stuff. Because you got a lot to barter because you have doubles and multiples of everything. So that could be bartering tools too for some good stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Them little beans we might be needing. The little beans we be throwing at people. You never know. Oh yeah, we not doing everything that we're doing is shelf stable. You said, will a whole house generator work if the power goes out? If you got solar, as long as there's sun, you all right. Now, after when it's the time of darkness, who knows? But gas normally runs out very quickly, and if we go to raw, that gas be the first thing to go during emergencies. And right now we be getting plenty of sun, even in the wintertime. I mean, if you get your thing out there, you'll get enough to do what you need to do with it, hopefully. But a lot of people are buying gas generators, which is not a bad thing. But what happens when the gas runs out? So maybe get both. Yeah, you know. You got the 400 cc absorbers. Okay. Well, listen. All I'm saying, family, is you need to be prepping for. Nope. No one will ever think I have a surplus. Not at all. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Auntie. I see what you're saying. Okay. I see what you're saying. But you say, so get rid of it now. I got you. Well, however it works, I just want our family to be okay. Just moved, and the amount of food I had squirreled away in the cabinets was almost unbelievable. Aren't you happy? Oh, that would make your heart feel good, babe. Listen. But now do you see why just taking your time and doing it over, we didn't have to feel rushed. We did go get a lot of stuff, but it wasn't like, we did it over this time, so we don't even, you forget about it or whatever else it is. But when you find it, you'll be great. Like, oh, God, thank you. You know? So to my young moms and young parents, I know you're like, I don't got time. Make 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 time. If you can get WIC, I don't care what nobody say. Get it. So you can get the free beans and all of that stuff. I have 100, 300, 500 absorbers. You should always have an assortment. Okay. All I'm saying is twos and fuse that up. They sure do, Belle. We put our twos and fuse together, baby. Did. Sure did. We put our twos and fuse together, and it paid off, didn't it? You said, yep, that's what I'm about to do. Listen, because this is the thing, family. You can act like it ain't coming and say, oh, well, I'll deal with it when it happens. But in this situation, all you got to do is think of 2020 on steroids. Think about how crazy people got when they got in the stores and there was nothing in the freezers and nothing in the cold section and nothing in the cabinets and nothing. You said, I'm so thankful to be here. God really be looking out. He do, baby girl. He do. He do. I be signing up for everything, going to all the newly mom, whatever they got at all them little places. I look up every thing, everything, honey. Whatever they got, baby clothes, blankets, and go sizes up. Oh no, I don't need no more 0 to 3. Like, I be taking everything. I ain't even gonna lie to you, cause it's gonna matter. It's gonna matter. That's why I said I want to do. It'd be nice if we could do like 50 pounds of potatoes a month, 20 pounds of onions a month, until whenever this go on. Because you can do a lot with, you can make potato bread, you can make potato flour, you can make, you know what I mean? Yes, ma'am, I'm already in a program that gives all of that free stuff. Come on. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. I don't care what nobody think. People like, girl, you be doing too much, and you be doing too little. You be doing too little. That is not my problem that you want to do a little. That don't have nothing to do with me. Nothing. I told you I just had to tell a minister recently, listen, the folks over here is ready. And even if they don't have every single thing they need, they not starting out here bad. They not kicking off the game with nothing. Since I've been preparing and listening to Dad, he been blessing me with all the stuff I need to stock up. Come on, Keish. I'm trying to tell you. Once you start, because that means you believe his word. So why wouldn't he help you if you believe his word? Why wouldn't he help you get prepared? Now, what you do with it is on you. And see, a lot of people feel like they have time. So when God gives them certain money, oh, I'll get it next time, or I'm just spend this little bit right here. No, if God gave you the money, do you have what you need? He'll send the rest of it too. But you can't keep spending your money on what you want to spend your money on and then expect God to give you what you need. You wanted to go hang out with your friends, but you saw the generator and you ended up spending $300 to buy your outfit, get your hair done, go hang out with your friends, go to the club, went in on the Airbnb, and that $300 could have bought you a small generator. And then the next time they ask you to go out to go do a weekend, when you know you're going to spend that same $300, you go buy your solar panels. I meant to share this hilarious mess with UTT. I received 2 boxes full of baby gift cards, like for needs, and I'm not even active. And I'm like, what the heck, girl? It might be some mamas around you. Might be some mamas around you. I used to get 10 and now I don't. And I said, I'll get it later. You said, I'm telling, shoot, I used to get TANF and now I don't. And I said, I'll get it later. Really? We talked about that. Right, and we need each other. We need to put our money together. I don't know about that. I mean, y'all as a family, your family might do that. My family don't even believe this is coming. So I won't be putting no money together with nobody. Because my family been turning up, buying new trucks and cars and doing whatever they want to do. I got a bucket. But I got a sleeping bag. And I got the stuff that, like water filters and stuff. No, I won't be putting no money with nobody in my family. Unless it's my kids. No, I won't be doing none of that. Because they don't even believe it. So then everything that I've been stocking or everything that I've been getting, they gonna feel entitled to it because they with me. But you didn't help me do nothing. Oh no. Okay. Some people can do that. I wouldn't be doing. And a lot of people here, from what I understand, they family didn't want to give in, but now they family saying that when everything pop off, we coming to your house. Which I told y'all they was gonna say. I said, give them a minute. They'll be talking about they coming to your house. Money better go buy what you need while it's worth it. Yeah. Yeah. How many people telling y'all they coming to y'all house? The more and more stuff happening, they like, we just gonna come over there. No, you're not. I'm literally the only one to be telling them, but they don't care. And you only responsible for your kids. Yeah, no. Watch your confessions, TT. We are actually praying for change and concerning your family before it's too late. I'm not. No. My mama just told me today she just voted for Trump. They don't listen. My mama's the one that told me. I'm not about to be stressed out about it. If they get it, they get it. If they don't, they don't. I don't have to worry about it because I've been calling them for over 12 years. I ain't worried about it. And I'm not going to be where they are. If they turned on me when stuff was good, what you think they're going to do when it's bad? No. Y'all can pray, but I don't want to be where they at. I don't want to. I've seen the character of my people, and they still haven't changed. Especially since I just found out they out and voted for Trump. Oh no, I just told my cousin. I said, "Girl, I'm so grateful God got me away from them." Oh no, I don't want them over here. God done took care of me this long since I was 11 years old by myself with nobody to protect me. No, I don't want them over here because I wouldn't be able to trust them. My mama included, love her, but I already know she will be trying to control everything or trying to take more for herself or whatever else it is. Oh, no, I don't want them over here. Don't. No. No, thank you. I'm okay with that. Sorry. Mm-mm. My kids, yes. The rest of them, absolutely not. And I don't feel bad about any of it either. Because God separated me from them for a reason. Because if I would have stayed around them, I would. None of them know what's happening. And all of my family is pastors and ministers and bishops, and none of them know what's happening. I don't want to be around them. They just voted in the man that's going to bring in the new world order. Hell no. I'm not confused. I know what's going on. I love them, and I wish they would listen. But if they not, God said, "Quit casting your pearls before the swine." This is my time. I'm not casting no more pearls before the swine, babe. I'm not arguing with. I just told y'all. That's why I ain't even about to be on here that much. Because I didn't say what I gotta say. If you ain't going back to the classes to find it, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not about to keep doing it. Time is winding up. If this timeline is anywhere near what we could be in the last 2.5 years of this tribulation, honey. I'm not trying to be convincing nobody, because them will be the same people that'll turn me in. Nope. Mm-mm. And I don't gotta feel bad because I did my part. I can go back over 15 years, 10 years, 5 years where I've been begging them and sending everything. I'm not worried about that. They got the same word I got. God said a lot of people wasn't gonna be ready. Well, I'm not about to be trying to force it. He already said a lot of them was gonna be caught off guard. It's proven right now. He said, "Who knew I needed to hear this?" He separated me almost 4 years. I'm trying to tell you. He already didn't let me know I've come to terms with it. I'm not sad or anything anymore. They made their choice. Everybody made their choice. And I made mine to listen to God. And they said I was in a reprobate mind. And now everybody, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. They still don't get it. So I ain't doing that no more. Mm-mm. Nope. I already know that my family will unalive me for my stuff. They tried to unalive me for my kids. What you think they're going to do for some food? Tore down my character because they wanted my kids. Let me, get all the way down bare and destitute before they would try to help me so that they could try to take my kids. What you think they're going to do when food is scarce? Nope. You got to know who you're dealing with, and I do. Mm-mm. I ain't sad about it at all, actually. God said he didn't want nobody to perish, but they all made their decision, and they made it. So there's that. I don't feel nothing. And I'm being honest, I don't. Even talking to my mama today, I didn't feel nothing. I said, well, everybody done made up their decision. So I made mine, y'all made y'all's. And we got to live with all of them. My mom used to tell me, you made your bed, now you going to have to lie in it, nobody else. Okay. Well, there's that. God showed me who they were when I was at my lowest. I'm trying to tell you, and then it's about to get crazy too. No, I don't want none of y'all crazy people around me. Telling God today, thank you for moving me away from them folks. No. Especially after not knowing what they did today. Oh. Nope. I'm just about to keep on getting my stuff together. Yep. No. My kids, yes. The rest of them, no. Listen, they said they laughed at me. Right. And then I have to be worried about you, trying to sneak behind my back and talk and how y'all gonna get me out. I only want to be around people I trust in this next season. If I can't trust you, and I know that I have not been able to trust me with you, I don't want you nowhere around me. If you will take from me when I already didn't have nothing, if you will kick me while I'm down, all of that stuff, God showed me your character, and I have to believe that. And if it hasn't changed in 20 years, and they already showed me they'll take from me and leave me destitute and be talking about she ain't got this and she ain't got that, all the while taking my stuff. No. God said he's separating the wheat from the tares right now, and I'm okay with it. He's separating those who believe and those who are believing what they want to believe. And I'm not about to be over here with the folks that's just believing what their pastor is saying, or oh well, my bishop ain't saying nothing about it. Oh, okay, well, mm-mm. Nope. I told God, me and my cousin talked about it. She said, as much as I love my daddy, this is what it is. I said, hey, they making their decisions right now, trying to impress folks in church and all of that kind of stuff. And them folks, they ain't nobody thinking about God's return for real. So they thinking about making themselves look better than the people that ain't saved. Like, Deceased industrial production and a sharp rise in property. Oh, you looking at something else? Yeah. So no, I'm cool. And that's what this week has been about. Me being in here by myself and just being okay with me being by myself, which is real, real crazy. Quiet. He really gave me ample opportunities to move, but I listened to them and I gotta leave ASAP. I don't know. It's a lot of people telling me they listened to their family and didn't get their stuff. And that's scary. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. I'm not sad. And I know that might sound cold and heartless, but I'm not. I mean, if I can talk to y'all for 2 years and y'all get up and get moving, and I've been talking to them for 10, you know what else God just did? He just took me back to a prophet that is not accepting in their own town, in their own family, in their own home. So that really hit home in this week. If it never did before, it hit home this week. They won't never accept it from me anyway. They won't. So why am I worried? I'm not. Because that's in my own home, in my own family, in my own town. They don't receive nothing from me. But y'all been here 2.5 years, and it pricked y'all hearts for y'all to get up and move and do it, and y'all see the benefits. So, you know, mm-mm. If y'all can move, I'm definitely not about to keep. No, I ain't. Anyway, I'm about to go. I gotta go finish my stuff, getting ready. So I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all. I don't know if it'll be later or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. So I'll see y'all. Shake the dust off my feet, Indeed, especially after today. Honey, once I found out what I found out, I said, oh, okay. Ain't no sense in me even calling y'all and telling y'all nothing. Because y'all still don't want to know. Even though it's all happening, y'all still don't want to know. So, I'm going to talk to the people that do want to know. If I'm going to talk to somebody that's actually going to get up and move and do what they're supposed to do. So, I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow.